Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks? Hey, anybody notice this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
Well, there you go.
What the fuck was that?
It's the first time. This is my first time doing anything. So yeah, I was like, man, I hope this works. Here, I hope everybody enjoys me twerking. Yeah, dude, Lofty made that shit a long time ago. Thank you, Lofty. Yeah, he made it a long time ago. Welcome to the show, my brother from another mother, Nick Rekieta. How you doing?
Hey, brother.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. I thought maybe like you just wouldn't come on because like I'm a bitch. So, but you decided, yeah, dude. I pressured him in front of everybody, and that's how it's called peer pressure. Yeah, dude.
He did.
So you've been covering the Murdaugh trial, and
I have,
dude. I swear to God, I couldn't even imagine. So I do 3 shows a week, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to die. You do like 37. So,
and they're all like 10 hours long. It's fucking ridiculous,
dude. I would, I just jump out of a window. I'd be done. But nah, dude. You know what? Just rather die. I'd rather die. But are you enjoying it? You enjoying the trial, or is it boring?
That's a loaded question. Because the answer is yes to both. I mean, it is boring. It's a really slow trial. They talk at the speed of South Carolina. They really drag through some shit, and there's a lot of really boring aspects to it because they got to introduce all the evidence, all this forensic evidence like bullet casings and footprint photos and shit that you don't care about. And you're like, I just want to see this guy's brain laying at his feet. Like, that's what I want to see. He got shotgunned in the damn head and his brain came out and landed at his feet. Like, that's what I want to see. And they don't show that shit on the the trial because it's very sensitive content. And so
what's the point then?
Right, yeah.
That's what I'll be waiting for it for like 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, show the brain thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't show the brain thing. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's not that stuff, but the story, like the overall story of the case is really salacious, really interesting, and full of drama and intrigue. It's like a fucking John Grisham novel, and it could go any kind of way. And what is this? I got a stray hair.
That was
hanging out the wrong way.
Like,
yeah, well, this hair's long as fuck, and this hair on the side is not. And it's just like hanging out on the wrong sides. Like, get over there. You're segregated. Get over on the colored side. But anyway, so the trial's got all sorts of drama and intrigue as far as the story goes, but the trial itself moves really slow. So you're just kind of, but then you get hooked into it and you're like, I want to see what happens to this asshole, right? Like, I want to know. I want to know if the state ever makes their case, which I don't think they did. Personally, I think at this point he should be not guilty, and the state's rested, so it's going to the defense. But I know a lot of people out there think he should be found guilty, and I don't know if he did it or not. Like, to be clear, if he did it, he should be found guilty forever. But I can't tell that he did because the state didn't tell me a good story on it.
I'm gonna be honest. So I've been trying to keep up, but also like the lady opened the box for 2 days. That was rough, but I've been trying to keep up.
That took days. Like, what are you doing? It's just and you open a box. Like, I know you get dildos from Amazon. Don't lie to me. You opened a bad dragon before, bitch.
You could see it on her face. That's all she got, man. She got like 3 cats and then the bad dragons. But no, I remember I was like, they took a break and came back, and then she just starts opening the box again. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Just open it. Like, who cares? But no,
how'd you not get it open during the 10-minute break?
Yeah.
Like, what were you doing that whole time? Like, just finish opening the box.
Yeah. So I was watching the other day, and that lady that was definitely insensitive, but she probably didn't know because, a little bit of that autism. She was like a mortician or something something.
Oh, the medical examiner. Yeah.
And dude, she was like, yeah, and his brain flew out, and then his face has exploded, and it didn't completely destroy his face. And dude, Murdaugh was bawling his eyes out and like trembling. And there's a part of me that's like, when Amber Heard fake cried, it was, we're pretty intuitive creatures. Like, that was bullshit. Murdaugh looks like he's like in like the most pain I've ever seen a person in. So it's like hard. Now, granted, that doesn't mean he didn't do something and he's like regretting the shit out of it, but it makes it seem like he's definitely less guilty when I just see something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's tough. The thing with this kind of crime is you could take his crying as a whole bunch of different shit. So either he's crying because he's reliving the trauma of finding his wife and son dead, which seems like the most likely outcome. Like you walk up, your kid's brain is on the floor by his feet. Your wife's got holes all in her body and you didn't put them there and you'll never get to have sex with them.
Ooh.
And so so you're like, he's like, damn, that sucks. But then you got the other perspective that's possible. Maybe he shot him. And for whatever reason, maybe he was in a drug-fueled stupor. Maybe he got in a fight and lost his mind. Maybe it was a planned thing. And he goes, and then, later he gets clean because he was an opiate addict.
Yeah.
Later he gets clean. He kind of regrets everything he did. And this is the thing where he's like, fuck, look what I did. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe because this guy's corrupt as hell, working with drug dealers, also has locked up some of the biggest drug gang members in South Carolina over years. Maybe it was a hit and he's regretting all his life choices that led to his wife and kid getting offed. We don't know. Like there's any number of reasons why he could be crying. Like he could be crying because he knows that he caused it or that he did it, or he's just crying from the general trauma of it. But his reactions do seem genuine.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, everybody, like, there's like 1,000 people that wants him dead, right? So that there's so many motives for other people, to just, and the fact that I was watching an interview from the guy that he hired, the hitman he hired to kill himself, so his son could collect all the whatever the insurance.
Yeah,
and he was like, yeah, he showed up and had a gun, and then I like took it from him and it went off, and that was what happened. And I'm like, what? No, that's what I saw. Now I don't even know what he testified to though.
He didn't end up testifying.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and there's some good reasons why you wouldn't have that guy testify from the state's perspective. One, he's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who my understanding is he didn't even accept money to kill the guy. He's like, I need you to kill me. And he's like, all right, I'll just do it then.
Well,
Wait, so
that's probably why he was so ineffective.
Yeah, you just need me to roll up and shoot you? Yeah, I could probably work that out.
He got the Dollar Tree hitman. No wonder he didn't die.
Yeah.
Oh,
so missed. It's like he's just gonna take one for the old team. And he's like, no one will know. It'll just look like a random hit. It's like, until you missed, you dumbass. But yeah, so there's that. He's also a drug dealer. He's very unreliable. And according to the defense, they're like, well, we're happy to have him come testify if he wants to. The problem is he's given about 6 different versions of this story so far. And so it's like, oh, okay, maybe you don't want this guy because so
he can't really help.
Yeah.
He can't really help. He might say some random shit. Yeah.
He might be helpful to defense.
Yeah.
Maybe who knows? Who knows what reason, if they end up calling him, who knows what reason they have. But we'll see. I'm waiting for the defense to do something.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm waiting for. Let me hit the super chat real quick from Trent Westbrook, my beautiful, beautiful man. He's my #1 dog. I think he's literally the all-time top dog. Trent Westbrook, I love you. He dropping a pink boy on my face, which is my favorite place to accept pink boys. Soul Rebel Studio. Soul Rebel Studio said, sweet PP kisses. Your boy be hitting the gym, getting swole. Hell yeah, dude. Daracuda, by the way, he says my birthday's Friday. Cock and balls. Happy birthday, Daracuda. I love you. Yes, we are still doing Naked Snake tonight. If we hit it, we're $350 away. And of course, Fight Milk's on the dock as well. Naked Snake's 117 in a row. So Nick, I don't know if you know this. I'm sure you know, but so every show that I have, I do something called Naked Snake, and it's where I put my bandana on and I strip down and I sing a cover of Naked Snake or Snake Eater, and we've hit it 117 times in a row.
Snake Eater
from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and so if you want to do that with me, you can. It's like unbreaded, but except you have to peel your shirt off.
You're telling me I have the honor and privilege of taking my shirt off, putting on a bandana that I don't own, and singing a song that I don't know?
Yeah, I mean, you could just dance with your shirt off, and then I could just sing it. I mean, it's up to you, man. That's if you want to. I mean, it could be the first Nick Rekieta snake ever.
Let me think about it.
All right, there you go. There's your motivation, boys, in the chat.
Here's
You
where
got to
it starts.
flex. You got to flex on your boy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Frederick Little. Look at this son of a bitch. He heard all he needed to hear right there. You see it?
He was out. He was out sporting you yesterday on my stream.
Yeah.
Or no, he was sporting Drex. Not
Frederick
you.
Little. Damn, this dude just dropped a $100 super chat. Swift kiss to your penis, my friend. I mean, your face. You're goated. I appreciate that. It's a big ass drop halfway to Nugget Snake. All damn ready. Now, also, this is way different. So I do Fight Milk at 1,000. I don't know about this for you, but it's where I take a drink. I'll take a shot of Sailor Jerry because it's what I have. A glass of milk with a shot of Sailor Jerry in it.
Oh, you fucking monster.
Which is awful. And also 2 raw whole eggs. And I down the whole thing. So you're more than welcome.
I ain't doing that shit. You're drinking milk with liquor in it. Isn't that called a cement mixer?
I don't know, but it tastes like ball ass.
Does it curdle the milk?
No.
Because there is a mixed drink I know of called a cement mixer. And you mix milk with some liquor, I don't know the ratio or whatever, and it starts to curdle and get all chunky from the liquor, like cooking it. That's disgusting.
Ooh, no, that doesn't happen. I would die. I had one.
Oh yeah, because the other thing you're drinking is so much better.
Dude, I'm used to it, man.
Oh
no, I had one night we hit it 3 times. So we hit the goal 3 times in one night. And so I had to do a triple, and it had 6 eggs in it. And it was like a full glass of just raw eggs with like a drip of milk in it and some like liquor. It was awful.
Now, what is this? How does this work? $1,000? Is that what that is?
It's super chats,
Okay.
yeah. Is a Fight Milk. Every time it hits it again, it doubles up. So I think the worst I ever did was 7, and it was supposed to be 8, but I only had 7 eggs. So Casey says, "Do it, Nick." Oh, well, there you go. Peer pressure. Look at you.
Did Anna do it?
Hell no.
What? What are you doing, Camelot?
Well, she's gonna do
the internet counted on you for one thing. You couldn't make it happen.
Anna's just naked snake, just topless on my stream. Yeah, that'd go over real well. We're all banned, and then everybody's
Countdown
in trouble.
to channel deletion. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god! It'd be a hell of a way to go, though. Why'd you get banned? Oh, Anna showed her titties on my stream. Rest in peace.
Why is that? Well, naked snake, baby.
It's naked snake, man. Like, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them, son. Come on. But yeah, dude. So the Murdahl trial is wild as hell. But what's even more wild is you have your own lawsuit from a what is it? Hold on. Baby dick kissing retard. There you go.
Yep.
Did I get it?
Yep. Pretty close. I mean, accurate enough.
Give me a rundown on
that. Okay, so Jesus Christ.
Here they come. Here we go.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that drink. The cement mixer's 1.5 ounces Irish cream liquor and a half ounce of lime juice. A half ounce of lime juice? That is filthy.
Ooh, man.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know what it is, but it makes me feel like I'm in Tennessee, like in the mountains. Something about it, dude. You ever been to Tennessee in the mountains, like in the really cold and like the dark and hot tub, and your face is freezing? I mean, you've done that, but
yeah,
you did that recently. But man,
yeah, that was great.
That's what we need to do one day, like some maybe in January one year, maybe next January. We need to get a damn giant ass cabin, like an 8-room cabin, for no reason. Maybe a 4-room. I don't give a fuck. But it just deep at the very
15
top.
Rooms?
There you go. Yeah.
16, 17. What, we want to keep going? Want to keep going? I can fucking do this all day. 18 rooms.
Dude, I don't know if I can get 16 tender girls. I'm like, could you imagine? No, but
wait, I thought that would only need 1 room.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there you go. Oh god, look at all these super chat. I can't even keep up with it. What the hell? Frederick Little says, "Whatever Camelot tells you to do, Nick, you do it." Well, there you go. It's over.
Someone says, Nick, blink twice if you need rescuing. What are you talking about? Why would that be a thing?
A cement mixer is 1.5 ounces Irish cream liqueur, 1.5 ounce lime juice. Ugh. God, Jesus.
Gross, man.
Yeah, they're going too hard. Thank you so much, by the way, Frederick Little. He's a top dog by a damn mile. We already hit Naked Snake, by the way. God, Nick. See, this is the power. I bring Nick on my show. And this is the shit that happens. Thank you, Frederick Little. Billy Hatcher says, maybe. Thank you, my friend. And then a bunch of green boys. Ryu and John F. Thank you, guys. Can you help me upgrade my Tinder game? Dude, you got to have abs. Look, I'm going to be honest. If you don't have abs, that's it. Like, that's the number one thing. I have friends. Okay, I have friends that do Tinder, and they're like, "Man,
friends? I saw the video. No, you don't. Don't fucking lie
that
to
was
me.
a long time ago. All right, I was in a really dark place, man. No, I have friends that go to the gym with, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I've been on Tinder for like months, and I've gotten like one match." And I'm like, "Dude, you got to say more than hey." And you have to have your body out, because I don't give a damn what women say. Like, they want a ripped guy, or not a ripped guy, but like a built guy. They don't want no.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
I was explaining this to someone today. Okay, Tinder is not real life. Tinder is not the real world.
Yep.
Was I talking to you about this? Maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
So you got a couple aspects of relationships. You got Tinder, which is you are sending your resume via email to a faceless corporation.
Yeah.
Where you have real life is where your mom gets you an interview with someone she knows and has been in business with and is doing business in the field that you studied.
Yeah.
That's real life versus the internet. You have to analogize this to the workplace. So when your mom gets you the interview, this guy goes, okay, well, I know the mom, you know, she's a good worker or whatever, a friend of mine, always talking up her son, daughter, or whatever. I know they went to school. I know they got good grades. You they've kind of gotten some pre-selection done from someone they trust. So then you get in the interview and they get to meet you and they get to know you, and they may look past how weird you look.
Yeah.
On Tinder, you send your shit to the corporation. The corporation is just women. That's all it is. And so what they're going to do is they go, all right, we've got 50,000 resumes, and most of them have the same background of skills.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to pre-select with the only criteria we have: abs or no abs. That's it. And if you have abs, you get pre-selected because the guy with no abs has the same discernible skills on paper that you do. So if you were a guy out there with no abs on Tinder, or no like built up shoulder, like you got to have bigger shoulders than me, bigger arms, all that shit.
Yeah.
But if you were a guy without that, and you're sending in your shit, there's a guy with shoulders, with arms, with abs, and with a chest that has the same paper skills that you do. Now, I know you're super charming. I know you're super cool. I know you're the best guy that she'll ever meet, and no one will ever love her or give her a tonguing like you will. No one ever will. But she'll never know, because there's 1,000 other guys who say the same thing.
Yep.
So that's the difference between online and Tinder. And if people don't realize that, I think they can get really bitter about like dating and stuff like that, because they're like, well, I can't get anything on Tinder. And it's like, well, you're not built for Tinder.
Yeah. Tinder is, or any dating app, in my opinion, that's not like, Christian Mingle or like, like IslamicFinder.com.
I bet you got to be even better looking on Christian Mingle.
Oh, yeah. No.
And you got to be a pastor who saved a village in Uganda.
But it's all based on physical appearance. It is all like, what else is going to be based on? What else is going to be based on? Like, it's going to be based on physical appearance. So that's why you got to have your abs hanging out and showing to the damn world. Shani says, just want to make it know I love Nick Rekieta more than you, Cody. Duck, duck, duck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Even though I talk to her every day through text message. It's fine. Patrick T.
Hi, Shani.
What's it going to take to get Nick on the Marie Antoinette train? Okay, so this guy, all right, just a segue for 2 seconds. This guy wants Anna to do Marie Antoinette like in her calendar, and he's been telling me this for like a year, or feels like a year. And then I told Anna, and then she says, yeah, he's been telling me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, because he's telling everybody. And
wait, hold on. He wants Anna to do Marie Antoinette?
Yeah.
In her calendar?
Yeah.
What what picture of Marie Antoinette is Anna supposed to model? Does he have like a? Because like I'm looking. Hold on.
It's one of those rare. It's one of those rare, like, you know, for some reason Marie Antoinette just turns them on, and I get it. Like,
Yeah, but she don't. I mean, like, look. I'm just gonna say here. I'll bring this up.
okay,
If we can do that, I'll share my screen. You can add it.
okay.
I mean,
I could fap to it.
I don't.
I mean, think about
Look,
this.
there's some feature differences between the current model Anna and the late model Marie Antoinette. I'm just saying there are things that don't match up. Like
Yep.
her forearms on this chick look like they could open any pickle jar you need. Look at how burly those things get up near the elbow. She's got an elbow indent. Most girls these days have an elbow out dent when they're skinny enough.
You got to think though, like how many dudes in like the 1700s like dumped their load to like paintings like this.
Could you imagine?
Dude, when I was younger and like the internet wasn't as prevalent, I mean, dude, I find like an old like magazine with just bush and hairy armpits, and I'm like, all right, that's all I needed. That's all I needed, man. It was fine.
Did you see that shit about these girls trying to bring hairy armpits back?
I've seen girls with dyed hairy armpits, like green and pink, and I'm like, I would rather get hit in the head with like a baseball bat 90 times.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't
know about you, but
I don't like natural colored hairy armpits either. To be clear, like,
well, hair.
Because you mentioned dyed green ones. But I'm like I'm out at brown.
Well, that's the crazy ass girl. You know, the ones that are like out there like blocking the interstate and then getting hit by a truck and then expecting something like different than that. But like, no, hair carries odor, man. Trust me, I know, dude. My gooch is like a forest, and every time I dry it off with my blow dryer, it's rough. It like the windows fog up and shit.
You don't manicure that shit?
What, who the hell? How am I can't see that shit. I can barely scratch my own back. Look at my shoulders. I'm not gonna be able to get.
You should put a Tinder girl thing up on Tinder. Be like, look, I'm just looking for someone to shave my ass. That's all I'm trying to do. I will sit and spread them, and I just need that little razor game going up and down the canyon.
Maybe. Yeah, I could get a girl to do it. But then again, dude, I'm scared she'll see my hemorrhoids and run. You know what I'm saying? Like I got like a few of them. I lift heavy weights. I got a few ass grapes. There's a few. What do you?
Every time you talk about lifting, you make it the least glamorous thing I've ever heard. Most guys are like, yeah, you go in and lift. Your life turns a million times better. It's like, I got these hemorrhoids hanging out there.
Well, that's the dark side they don't tell you about.
Speaking of that trim, I finally got Manscaped is going to do an ad on my show.
Yeah.
I'm very pumped for that. They sent me the kit, the full fucking kit.
Oh my god! See, I've been
the
waiting
beard
for
kit,
years.
the nose trimmer, the bald trimmer. They sent me everything.
I've been wanting something like this for years, and it just never comes. I'm like, man, can you give me some Manscaped? And then
it took a while.
The only people I get are like scammers. Hey, Camelot, we love your channel.
They have ball hair shampoo and conditioner. I'm like, conditioner from what is this?
Maybe that's why my gooch hair holds so much odor, is because I'm not conditioning my gooch hair like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, there you go.
Gooch
just spray Febreze in your asshole.
That's what the girls really like. No, that's not even true, dude. I had a girl recently. I hadn't showered for like 4 days because I've been just running. I was in my garage working my car. This girl didn't care. She was like, you know what, slob, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, hey girl, I gotta give you a disclaimer here. I am a hot mess right now. And she's like, I don't care. I'm like, okay. All right, then go after it.
She's into salty snacks. It's fine.
I guess so. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you, Patrick. Again, I appreciate you, Mary Antoinette. He said it was from a Kirsten Dunst movie, is what he was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
I think
different.
Someone might have posted that in my locals chat. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This makes a little bit more sense. I got your image now.
We got to do right by Patrick. He's really wanting this. Oh yeah, see, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Anna was talking about how she was just gonna be butt ass naked, and she's like, I'm like, dude, but you could just put pasties on like your labias and then on your nipples, and she's like, I don't want to do that, and I'm like, I'd do it.
That's the leg I'm talking about, right there.
I'd do
See,
it.
you and I, we have a disagreement, a fundamental disagreement on legs, because your legs, hers, like if this was your type of woman, she would have lines, like big fucking lines right here, look like a comic book.
Ooh, yeah.
She-Hulk laying down. It's like, no, soft,
I love it.
thin legs.
And don't get me wrong, dude. I would lunch on this for hours. But I like a girl with a little bit of definition. But yeah, no, this is great. I would put my whole head up in her ass. I don't care. I don't discriminate unless their weight starts with like 2. That's pretty. When your weight starts with 2, that's that's getting a little.
First of all, 2. There's about no height where 2 is acceptable.
Yeah, like that's like 6'4" at least.
Because Dick Masterson was on my show the other day, and he was like, any woman over 120 pounds is fat, and it's like, well, if you're a chick who's like 5'10", 5'11", being at 120 is going to put you in Skeletor range. Like you're gonna that's real little. So I have some fluctuation based on height, but 2 is always too big.
Thank you, Patrick. I love you. Need a full court press, boys. So, there's a girl that I train with sometimes, and she's like 5'6", a little bit higher, and she weighs 130, and her body is literally perfect. It is perfect.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't have fat on her. Like her stomach is flat. Like, and she got a very muscular big old ass on her, and then she's got she's got cut upper body. She has shoulders because she does upper body shit all the time. So yeah, it's definitely
and
weight.
muscle weighs more than fat by volume.
Yep.
So if a girl's in good shape, guy's in good shape, either one, they're gonna weigh more. That's why you can never use the scale number as the sole determinant.
Yeah,
the sole determining factor is how do you look. That's it. But that's not communicable very easily.
Yeah, it just depends. Like given a hard number, I mean, there's girls that have fat deposits in great places. There's girls that are small and weigh a little bit more and they look great. I wouldn't put a hard number on it, but 2, like you said, 2 is a pretty hard. Like you can safely say 2. Yeah. If you're like 5'5" and 200, there is no.
And if you're the 6'7" hottie banger whose weight starts with 2, we'll take it on a case by case basis. Send a resume or whatever. Yeah. Not to me, to Camelot.
Oh, of course, yeah. Frederick Little says, Camelot, you into anime? Just wondering. Not really. I've watched a lot of it. Watched Slime recently. It was all right. I enjoyed it, but it's fun. I don't watch anime to just watch anime. I just happen to sometimes watch anime that I enjoy. But it's not very often. I've been watching Tulsa King, loving the shit balls out of it. It's fan-damtastic. Because I just love Sylvester Stallone. God, I love that chick. Yeah, I love that chick Outlaw too in the locals chat. If you're not in my locals chat, get the hell in it, bitches. Outlaw T's posting this chick. I've talked to her on Twitter and she's really mean. I said a joke to her on Twitter.
Now I gotta get in. I gotta do your locals chat.
Here, I'll pull it up. Here, let me. Here you go. Here, we'll pull it up.
Well, I mean, I'm also in your locals chat. I'm just not in there right now.
Where the hell? How do you share screens? I don't know how to do this.
On the bottom, go to present.
There you go. All right. So, I talked to this girl right here.
Log in.
Yeah, this chick is just stacked, right? Just stacked. Yeah.
Okay.
And
see, I
just wanted to.
I'm gonna say it,
face, Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it that like it's too much on the abs for me.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't look bad, but I prefer again. I like sports cars for a reason, Camelot.
Yeah.
You know what sports cars don't have on the hood? Abs.
No.
They got a smooth line right down.
No,
nice curve.
I agree. I love both, but I just wanted to like slap me around. I don't know what it is, and I can't explain that shit. So, but yeah, I said like a joke to her the other day on Twitter, like a month ago probably, and it was just like a funny, like kind of like joke, and I don't think she understands like the sarcasm joke. And dude, she was like, why would you say something weird like that? And I'm like, okay. I just didn't respond. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. It's weird. But anyways, tell me about your lawsuit, because we went off. Dude, as soon as women come up, luckily Drex isn't here. But as soon as women come up, I just can't stop talking about women. What is up? No, man, it's weird.
Look, Camelot, you got to watch out for these German shepherds. They out here. Have you ever seen one happy? Have you ever seen one happy in their life? No, because they don't understand happiness. They don't understand joy. They don't have love. They don't have pair bonding. They got nothing but rage and hatred in them. And all they hate is black men. Black men, black men, black men. Oh, the black man. I've heard that speech 100,000 times.
I love it. Drex is he's a national treasure. He's a national treasure. But yeah, tell me about your lawsuit. The Montegraph, is that his name?
Yeah, there's this weirdo named Montegraph, and he's been on the internet forever. He's been just bothering people forever. He's a fucking strange little weirdo. There's no other way to say it. And okay, so I get a phone call, Camelot, last night, 10 p.m. Right? I'm going live at 11 with you guys. This phone call at 10. I'm trying to eat my steak. This person calls and they're like, "Hello, is this Nick Rekieta, the lawyer?" "Yeah. What do you want?" And they're like, "I need to tell you about Montegraph. I have been monitoring Montegraph for 10 years, and you just don't know how scary Montegraph is." And I'm like, "Stop." And they keep going and telling me that he and these other people have driven like all these people to suicide, and they have these connections. And then they start talking about it's like I'm deep inside the truther community. And I'm like, oh, fuck me.
What the hell?
And so here's Monty's gig as far as I can tell, according to this person. Now, I don't know if any of this is true about Montegraph. And I take this, like, I'll say all sorts of shit about Montegraph, but I take this stuff with a grain of salt because what you find is that when someone like invades communities, especially conspiracy-oriented communities, you get a bunch of people who are very, very paranoid. And often, like, if you believe in various conspiracies, I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to that guy you know who is paranoid and fragile. All right. And so we're talking about these YouTubers with like 768 subs, right? Who've been exposing the truth of the government. And along comes a retard named Montegraph, claiming to have FBI and CIA ties. And he calls up public officials on these phone numbers that people think that they shouldn't be able to have and stuff like that. And he called up Anthony Fauci at his home and talked to him for like 10 minutes or something. And so there people like, oh man, he must be in all this stuff. It's like, no, he's just a weirdo online. Like, he can't harm you. He's just a dumb, but these people are automatically like predisposed to fear from anything that they don't grasp or understand. And so when he like does some internet sleuthing and finds where they live from like a county property record search or something like that, they freak out and they think that like the government has given him this info and he's an agent and shit like that. So this person is warning me over and over. They're like, you need to take him off the internet. And I would testify, but if I do, he'll kill me. I'm like, he's probably at work at a TJ Maxx. Like, it'll be okay. Like, you're not going to die from this. But so this is the type of guy Montegraph is. And he seems to have gotten used to kind of pushing around or bullying or intimidating or trolling, whatever you want to call it, these like little YouTubers and small creators who are into paranoia and conspiracy. But he ran across Mr. Medicare back in June of 2019. And then I was on the stream with Jim because he was telling me about Montegraph. And so he runs into two assholes who aren't like I'm not, I have questions about a lot of stuff, but most of the conspiracy stuff, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, you do you, this doesn't affect me right now. And so I don't get into that stuff. And I really don't think some weirdo in Colorado is going to murder me over the internet. So I don't care. I just laugh at him. He goes on this meme campaign back in 2019, dropping some absolute fire memes all over my ass, calling me the sweaty sausage squad, photoshopping my head and body all together in the shape of an egg. Like, I mean, this guy is, he is torching my life and reputation with these memes. And then like nothing happened and he went away. So then in October of 2022, when I get kicked off of YouTube, he pops into my Rumble chats and he starts talking shit. So I start talking shit back and making fun of him. And I call him a retard or whatever. And I call him a bunch of stuff that I won't say on the show because I was on Rumble. You'd say a lot of shit. So I was doing that, and then I did mention that he probably has always liked sucking little boys' cocks. I did say that. That's what I actually believe, though. I literally believe that to be true. And I said he sits around all day fisting himself, and that's all he does. Which is also true. But anyway, so I say this stuff, and he sues me now for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress and negligent infliction of emotional distress. And he hires a lawyer in my town that I know to do it. And he wrote an absolute shit lawsuit. So that's fun. But now I, of course, have to defend this thing. And so I hired Mark Randazza, who's one of the premier First Amendment free speech attorneys in the country. He's out of Las Vegas. I'm going to try and get him to pop out to the Vegas show and say hi.
Yeah, sweet.
But yeah, so I hire him, and he filed his response. I did a stream on it the other day, going through all of the documents, and now we're just waiting. Looks like we got a hearing on like April 2nd or something to sort this shit out.
Like you filed a dismissal, right? That's what I think I saw.
Yeah, well, it's a motion for summary judgment, which is basically the same. I mean, it functions as a motion for dismiss, but it's yeah.
So you know what this reminds me of? Like somebody in the chat just being like, "You're a loser," and me like, shut your dumb ass up," and then them suing me over it. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because like,
I mean, that's what it was. Literally, it was a guy in my chat, and rather than he called me a loser and me suing him, I called him a loser and he sued me.
Wow. And he's suing for damages that definitely have not occurred.
What damage?
Yeah. Like
what damage could this guy possibly have?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's employed. I don't think he does anything. He sued me for $50,000. I'm like, you don't have $50,000. You've never had, probably never had $50,000. Like he doesn't have any discernible skills. He literally for the past decade has been doing this shit, but not like successfully,
Yeah, dude, that's a great point. Cause Belinko in the chat said something real quick. And then I'm going to go on to this question. A guy threatened to sue me recently. Now, nothing ever came of it, obviously. But a guy messaged me and he was like, "Hey, like I'm trying to lose weight and trying to like build some muscle. Do you have like some advice for me?" And so I gave him what my diet is. I was like, I tell this to people every day because I like people getting on the train. And I've had a few people like Bob Dole in my chat, one of my mods. Ballard's doing it right now. A lot of good people, and they're losing a lot of weight right now. Bob Dole's lost almost 200 pounds. It's freaking crazy.
Doing so I love just intermittent fasting and
just I gave him a diet and he started hitting the gym. And then it's been like 9 months and he's almost lost 200 pounds.
That'll do it.
So yeah, and he's just sticking to his guns. So a guy messaged me, asked me diet advice. So I gave him my diet and I was like, here, just Google some good workouts for your chest, and then maybe for your legs, and then do a different muscle group every day and just never mess up, never quit, never stop, and you're gonna get there. It's like it just takes a lot of damn time, man.
Yep.
And 2 weeks later, maybe a month later or 2 months later, I can't remember. He messages me saying that he asked me if I was a registered dietitian or something. I can't remember. Or he said, do I have a license?
You licensed to tell me this thing that I asked you about?
Yeah. And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, well, like it looks like you might have a lawsuit on your hands or something like that. And I just didn't respond. I was like, what the fuck? Eat my asshole. Don't like come to me like in a moment of, a weakness and you're like, I need help, man. And then you're like, I'm going to sue you for trying to, that reminds me of, I don't know if you ever worked retail. I'm sure you have actually. You probably have. When customers come in and you're like, you know what? I'm going to help you out. I'm going to knock 10% off this. And you don't tell them all this. You're like, I'm going to let them in early, let them get their thing. They look tired. They look cold. This is what happened to me. I let people in like 20 minutes early because it was like 30 degrees outside and they were just standing at the door. Just let them in. And of course, I didn't have the Wii console because it was like 2008 or 9.
Yeah.
And they start yelling at me and like, wow, you're a piece of shit. And I was like, I'll let you in early. And I'm trying to help you out and you're tripping balls on me. Like, what the fuck? It's just, people don't have a filter. But real quick, Devil's Palm says, question for Nick. What's your full opinion on Legal Eagle? Have you heard of this Supreme Court case that might get Section 230 protections thrown out and would kill the internet? Enjoy Fight Milk.
Fight Milk is fucking gross. We're not going to do that. Let's see. My full opinion on Section 230 is there are very small changes that can make it really, really good. But Section 230 was written in 1996, and the internet as we have it now didn't exist then. There was no creator economy. There wasn't anything like this. And there weren't these mega companies that were banning people from access to customers, from access to customer service tools, and from, access to bank accounts and payment processing. So if 230 would start to, come with some guarantees similar to what we do with telegrams, with domestic phone lines and stuff like that, where they have to service everybody. And in exchange for that service, they get immunity from liability for lawsuits. That's the type of shit that we can do. And we can write that into 230. We can make the internet a place of freedom, and we can take the responsibility and liability away from platforms so that advertisers are like, well, there's literally nowhere that is able to block hate speech. Like nowhere can block it, because under the law, if they block it, then if they start blocking it, then they lose their immunity, and then they can be held liable for what is on their platform. If we do that, then we can build an internet that's based on freedom, where advertisers don't have to be worried like, oh, why I'm going to boycott you, because the advertisers will be like, everybody, every platform, every single place is the same rule set. Then we level the playing field, and then we can say fuck you to all of the censorship and all of the Karens on earth. That's what needs to happen to Section 230. It won't, though. As far as legal, what a giant turbo cuck. But he's actually not a giant turbo cuck. He's a manlet. He's tiny. He's a little shrimpy dude. And it's funny as hell. I've seen pictures of him in real life, and I'm like, oh man, it's so cute. It's like a little gnome.
Yeah, like I feel like if you're like below 5'4" as a man, it should be like Sparta, where they throw you off the cliff when you're a baby. Like, because you're not going to give anything to society. Yeah, except that once you get to 18, they're like, all right, he's done, and he's 5 foot. Throw him off right now. Please God, David Bright with an orange ass boy. I appreciate you, dude. And Carrie Davidson with a super sticker. I love you. She's always in here. I love you, Carrie. Appreciate you, baby. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Jordan Peterson, like going a complete weird ass direction. So yeah, you've seen it where he's like advocating for anonymity to be completely gone on the internet for whatever reason because of trolls. And I'm like, so you're wanting to, your entire rise to fame was anti-censorship based on language, and now you want all anonymity deleted online? Like, you're wanting to censor anybody that doesn't activate and give their driver's license information to have an internet? Like, you're doing the opposite of what you came up on. I'm confused.
Yeah.
He let him affect him too much. He let the trolls affect him too much.
You got to be real careful talking about Jordan Peterson, because every time I had a guy email me the other day, he's like, why do you say you like Jordan Peterson and all you do is hate on him? And I'm like, because I like his writing. I like his messages to men. Yeah. I like all the stuff about cleaning up your life, about making yourself, projecting yourself with confidence and assertiveness. And you notice he kind of doesn't do that as much, but it's still good advice. Like, walk with your shoulders back, your head up, face the world, go do that. Don't be diminutive and weak. Like, I love all that messaging, but I really hate his internet shit.
Yeah.
Like, where he's talking about this, the anonymity stuff is bad. People who use Lamau, they're dark tetrad personalities, or bruh. It's like, stop it.
He's thinking a little too deep. He's just going a little too deep.
Your boomer is showing. Your boomer is showing, and it's hanging out the bottom of those old ass shorts, and it's not good, buddy.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing is, when you say things like that, say like, oh, Jordan Peterson's being real dumb about the anonymity. What people hear is, Nick Rekieta, hate Jordan Peterson and everything he's about, and that's not what it is. There's a lot of shit he says that I love. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people say that I enjoy, but there's stuff that a lot of people say that I think is just redonkulous. So I don't think you should completely agree with people you idolize 100% across the board, because then again, you're not capable of your own conscious thought. And once you get rid of your own conscious thought, you're no longer a human. You're no longer an individual, in my opinion. But no, I like a lot of the shit he says, but advocating for censorship online That just doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Right, it runs afoul of everything he said, and he ignores all of the important people who have been anonymous throughout history. I mean, without anonymity, we don't get the Federalist Papers.
Yep.
We don't get them. Without anonymity, we don't have a constitution. We don't have the advertisement for it. We don't have the promotion of it. And it's like social revolution, good and bad, comes when people's anonymity shields them from censorship and silence.
Yeah. So, yeah, 100%. So Jordan Peterson the other day said his justification.
Mandy, I'm going to throw you off a damn bus.
I see it. No, but the other day, Jordan Peterson quote tweeted somebody, and he said that trolls were a small percentage of the online community, and basically was saying that we need to censor them because they're a small part, but they're a loud part. And I'm like, the entire point of free speech is so 1 million people can't silence the one person that may be right. And that's the issue. Yeah, there's a lot of trolls, but when it like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. With freedom comes negative aspects. But unfortunately, we get the only way we get the good aspects of the freedom is we have to have the bad aspects. And that's just how it is. That's just how it's always been. Christopher Nicholson says, see y'all in Vegas, 6'4", 228. Not muscle, wrap me up a dot, Camelot. Thank you, Christopher Nicholson.
That dude is one of the nicest dudes I've ever met.
I'm excited
from
to
this
see
internet shit. He's super cool. Can't wait to see you, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shout that out here in a second. The show. Mandy says, "Who is this high pitched weirdo with the gonzo nose? Used to bend him in half and sue him, Camelot." My God, I don't know who they're talking about. Nicholas Cruiser says Jordan Peterson was heavily damaged by benzodiazepines. God, my Alabama-ness misuse compounded by diet lacking in important proteins, amino acids. His brain is gone. Yeah, there's something going on there. I'm not gonna act like I know, but there's something going on there. And then Drex be like, Cam, don't get with these German shepherds. They don't cook. They don't clean. They'll make your life miserable 24/7. These German shepherds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. Oh, by the way, we are 3:30 until Fight Milk on this beautiful Saturday. Right now, it's only for me. We already hit Naked Snake, of course, and just destroyed it. Penis is out for sure. By the way, if you guys do not know, me and Dick Masterson, I think Bronca as well, and a couple other people, we're going to be in Vegas.
Nerdrotic, I think is
Nerdrotic.
Gary said he's going to be there.
I might finally be able to weasel my way on to the main event. Or what is it? Friday Night Tots. That's what it is. I've been trying for years, man. Anyways, I saw Gary in real life, and I was like, hey, Gary. And he was like, hey. And I was like, when's Friday Night Tots happening, son? And he was like, haha, maybe. And he just walked away. And I'm like, you son of a. Anyways.
Oh, you got fucking wrecked.
I'm not popular enough for Gary. But yeah, the 26th of February, it's on a Sunday, guys. And me and Nick are going to be doing a live show, plus some other creators, Dick Masterson as well. We're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to be drinking. We got a big-ass venue. We've already sold how many tickets? 160 at least.
I think we're right at 160.
And that's a lot of damn people, man. It's a lot of damn people.
Pull it up.
So if you don't have your tickets, one of my mods, please post it. Derek Kuda says he got his ticket. Ty got his ticket today as well. Thank you guys. Post the link for me in the chat. Somebody, I know one of you bitches have it.
160 exactly.
Hell yeah. So make sure you guys don't miss that event, because that's gonna be my first just live show of just for fun. I've done panels and shit a bunch, but it's like more of a show, and I'm real excited about it. I can't wait to drink. It's gonna be so fun. Tristan says, guess what tomorrow is? The Daytona 5. Daytona, let's get away. Exciting. I'm gonna be working on my car all day and watching that. Frederick Little says, what's your favorite alcohol brand? Well, you already know mine. Number 7. Let's go.
Most disappointing person on the fucking planet.
You're gonna have to. I need you to educate me next week. We're gonna
We're gonna find like a good liquor store right in Vegas, wherever by the hotel.
Yeah, and
we'll go buy some top fucking shelf whiskeys for the room, and we'll just have that shit, and
that'll be the local stream right there. You can educate me on the non-trailer park whiskeys. Egalitarian says, I thought I only had to listen to 2 of you Fridays. Guess this is acceptable. Yeah, well, this isn't like an everyday thing. I just I was like, you know what? I wanted Nick to be on my first CAMELCAST ever. And he was like, "Oh shit, I'm already with Elijah Schaefer." And I'm like, "Why would you ever even go on a show with Elijah?" Anyways,
I
so
was so mad. Did you hear? I even went to cancel with him.
yeah,
And because I was gonna push it to next week. I was like, oh fuck, I want to do the first CamelCast with Camelot. And so I sent him the message even. I'm like, can I push this to next week? And then I was like, fuck. And I looked at my calendar and I'm like, fuck, I can't do it next week. I'm gonna be getting ready to leave for Vegas, and I'm probably not gonna be streaming it all Wednesday night. Shit. And so I sent back, no, we're good. We're on. So
hell yeah. Well, it all worked out, man. I was excited. I've been nervous about asking you for today for like 3 days. I'm like, I had to ask him eventually, but I'm gonna wait till we're on the air and I'm gonna peer pressure. Because like there's only like 5 people that I really want on my show, and so I got a bunch of people that I'm reaching out to. But yeah, I figured you're my favorite creator that is also a friend, so I was like, might as well invite Nick. And I unironically watch like almost every one of your streams.
I know, I see you in there all the time.
Yeah, it's
good.
Awesome. It's good content. There's a reason why you have a following, man. It's like legit good content.
Oh, by the way, egalitarian, quit your bitching. How about that?
No, dude, what did she say? She said something, and she thought I was mad at her. Hold on. As a Kentuckian, I demand to know your top 3 bourbons. Oh, well, 3 bourbons real quick, and then I'll talk shit about egalitarian.
3 bourbons? Fucking hell. I don't. So bourbon is not my thing. I like rye the most right now, so I've been drinking a lot of rye. But well, I mean, this should suffice, right? Kentucky Owl, last batch rye, number 4, 10-year. Here it is. This is my favorite liquor that exists right here.
That looks pretty. It looks so nice. It's just looks the presentation so beautiful.
I have 4 of them.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, that shit. We were in Houston last year to all the dear viewers, and we had like lines for all the creators, and I was sitting in Yellow Flash's line because Yellow Flash he left. He left like the 2nd day or something, 3rd day. So I'm sitting in Camelot or in Yellow Flash's line, and I have like 3 or 4 people coming up and talking to me, and Nick just has a line around the damn building, and they're just giving them freaking whiskeys and shit. And I'm like, what? Why does this happen to me?
My table is full of whiskey, and I'm like, we better start opening these things because I can't bring all this shit back home.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
it was nuts.
I was super jealous, but that's why I'm excited about this show that's coming up. But at any rate,
if you want to bring us whiskey in Vegas, by the way, you are welcome to do so.
That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. But no, egalitarian. So I don't know. I was in locals chat. I can't remember. And old clown dude. Fuck, what's the clown? Art the Clown. Yeah, I was trying to remember the movie Terrifier. So Art the Clown was like saying something about egalitarian wanted him to beat me up because I was like egotistical or something. And I like all I said was I responded and I was like, that's a little weird or something. And then she messaged me like the next day. She's like, bro, he misconstrued what I was saying, man. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. I'm just kidding. I just thought it was a weird comment. That's all. And she was like, bro, I love you. She didn't really say that, but she should say that.
She should.
You know,
she should say that.
I give it to her for real. Is Art here? I don't know. Hold on. Your first guest had a better goatee. Oh my god!
Whoa.
Damn, Russell. He going in on Anna's goatee, bro.
Here, pull up my screen real quick. You were asking how my lawsuit's going, right?
Boop.
This is my lawyer, Mark Randazza. Says that face when your client does things that make you want to have a heart attack, and they actually state in public that this is their intent. I hate you, Nick.
My god.
Oh, you know, like when he saw the YouTube video pop up where I'm gonna explain everything about my lawsuit. He's like, fuck.
I mean, dude, to be honest, I think it would be really rough being a lawyer for like a content creator, because like the whole point of being
different thing.
You got to monetize that shit.
You have to.
I filmed a video yesterday or the day before, and it was some guy, and I don't, dude, there's been a guy in my chat lately that's been like saying some crazy shit. So he got banned, of course, because he's crazy. He's saying crazy shit. Obviously, he's gonna get banned. I didn't ban him, but like one of my mods banned him, and he was just saying like I was a piece of shit and a fraud for like an hour. And if the mod's like, you're not giving anything to the stream. We're not. You can criticize if you want. They allow it. They don't care. But like, what you're just trolling to troll. So I'm pretty sure that guy messaged me, and he was like, "There, it's just a long page of just messages from him saying he wants me to die. He hopes I get shot and robbed when I go to Vegas. He hopes I break my neck on a curb. He hopes I get hit by a bus, and just all the way down the page. And then he started sending me he sent me my address, and then he said he had access to my bank accounts and he was going to take all my money. And he sent me the wrong address and a wrong house, like a picture of the wrong house. I'm like, all right, well, I ain't worried about
Nailed
that.
it.
So I made a video, and I'm like talking about, I'm like reading it, I'm laughing about it, and having a good time. So we monetize everything. That's what we got to do, man. We got to do it. How can Rekieta allow Camelot to get with Mary? Oh my!
You remember that shit?
That's my dude. I saw that pop up today and recommended for some reason. Yeah.
Oh
dude.
my god, that was fucking ridiculous. That guy. But it's like, what do I have to do with it? Why are you asking me?
No, dude. So yeah, egalitarian said I called you unhinged. Yeah, unhinged. That's right. That's what I called you. So that was the weirdest thing, because and now look, and I know to the normal person, normies, right? Filthy ass normies that don't really, maybe they don't get out as much, or maybe they're not like online as much, or maybe they just chill and they're just hanging out and like living their life. But the actual number for people that admit to cheating and like anonymous studies is like 68% on average of people who admit to cheating throughout like a 10-year relationship. And the sample size is big, and there's a lot of studies like this that get similar numbers, and there's some that get lower numbers, but that's generally the number. So if you're on Tinder like I was, and you were hanging out with a different girl every single day, 7 out of 10 of them are cheating on their dude, and that is the majority of the time they were either married or had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and I didn't care because my wife left me, so I was jaded. Yeah. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing whatever. And now I don't do that anymore. But dude, that guy was so mad because he's like, yeah, he did something in his past. And I'm like, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it came out that happened to him, if I remember right. Like, because I was like, that happened to you, didn't it? Happened to you by someone else. Did it happen to you by Camelot? Did it happen? I'm like, post it, bitch. Post. I was so fucking drunk and I was mad and yelling at him like, post your shit. Talk about it.
I could just see like the camera turning on, and it's that one guy. There was one guy from these days, and dude, his girl would come over at my house. She'd come over to my house at 7 a.m. because she'd get off work or whatever. She worked third shift. She's a nurse. She got him over at my house, and she would literally come in my door because I had a little code on my door. You could just walk in. Yeah. And she'd come in my door, and she would just strip down butt ass naked and climb in bed with me and like sleep in my bed with me until I woke up. And then she'd wreck me. She'd just climb on top and go ham, and not in the asshole, but like, vaginas. And not like last night.
Vagina?
Yes. So, and dude, her boyfriend knew, and he was like so mad. And I'm like, I understand, obviously, but like, I went to her, you creep sometimes. I went to her Instagram, and he's like an out of shape, like kind of goofy looking dude that's obviously staying with her even when he knows she's doing this. So she's going to keep doing it. And like, to be honest, now look, this is a very unpopular opinion. When dudes are letting that happen for like a long period of time, they're just letting their girl do that. And they're like, please stop, please. You deserve it at that point. Like, dude, if it was me.
Yeah. If you don't like it, you could. I'm not one of those guys who thinks that that cheating is the automatic end of a relationship. I think it's the end of most relationships.
Yeah.
But I think that if I've met a bunch of people through church and shit where they had this an episode. They had an episode in their life like 10 years back. And I mean, they're still in counseling and doing shit about it. It's really damaging. It busts the trust. And once that trust is broken, it takes a long bit of healing, and it'll just be bandaged forever. It'll be extra fragile for the rest. But I do think people can come together and work it and make that happen. I think that's a possibility. That said, though, like, it has to be pretty clear that shit needs to stop.
Yep.
Or you got to be okay with it, or you got to end it. Those are your three options at that point. When that shit happens, you got to either like, this can never happen again. You broke my heart. I'm dying. Or I'm cool with this, I guess. I mean, some people do the open relationship thing or whatever. I couldn't. No. I have a strong recommendation against that.
Yep.
I think those tend to be very one-sided endeavors, and I think they lead to hockey mask time. And then the third option is you go, all right, well, it's over. I mean, it's not like this is a super crazy profound point. There's literally only 3 options that can happen, but I think for most people it's the third one. But yeah, if you're gonna just sit there and be like, I don't want you to do that, please stop, and then they keep doing it, and you're like, I would really prefer it if you don't. Please stop. What are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
you're enabling it at that point.
Yeah.
There's a path forward, but no, dude, it would be earth shattering. I'd be like, I'd sit them down and it'd be very stern. I'd be like, look, this is what's going on. This is not going to ever happen again. You know, if it does, I'm going to throw you out the second floor window. That's what's going to happen. And then you can you're not coming back. It'll be the last time I even look at you or speak to you. Arno says he put Goatsy in the footnote. He knew who he was riding with.
That he did. That's why I hired him.
Gosh. Oh,
why I hired him. He's defended some of the quote unquote worst people on the internet. You know, he vehemently despises a lot of the shit they say, but he defends their right to say it. And
yep.
I'm like, well, if I'm gonna hire a free speech guy, I'm gonna hire a free speech fucking superhero. So that's who I picked.
Orion Galaxy says he hopes we do streams in Vegas. We will. I wish I could go, but I'm poor. Have fun. By the way, I don't know about you, but are you bringing like equipment? Because I'm bringing like cameras and all kinds of goofy shit. All right, cool. Just making sure. It'd be cool to have like a little desk because the suite's freaking massive.
And yeah, I saw the floor plan of it. Looks fucking fun.
And we just put cameras up and just boop. We can just start up the StreamYard and boop boop. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my nice ass camera that I use normally. Got a laptop, mic interfaces, mics, and then I'm gonna bring. I'm also gonna bring my. I got one of these like super giant fucking ring lights that cost like hundreds of dollars that I can mount a camera or a phone on for the local streams and shit like that.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck, I need to bring a lot. Oh god. Oh, I guess I could bring one. Yeah, I got one.
I mean, I'm gonna have that one. It'll be. You can use it. It's not like it matters. Okay. It puts out a shitload of light. So it's
just nice. I guess whatever works. Wolfsbane says Nick has to read this. There you go.
Okay. Cam is right. You got to wreck these hoes because these beta males won't do it. Yeah, buddy.
It's like I saw him when you said that. I could see his face saying that shit. I had a girl once try to lure me into open relationship, found out it was an excuse to cheat. She got mad whenever I talked to other girls too. Blatant hypocrisy. Well, that's the thing, dude. Girls will be in an open relationship until they find someone they like, and then they'll be in a monogamous relationship with a new person.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I don't believe in that shit. Look, I know I don't want to judge people for doing it, but I see through it. I see through it, I think.
Well, I think there's a giant spectrum on that where everything kind of gets lumped in together, because there's like people who fuck around and then there's like together, right? Like, oh, you pick up a third or another couple. Then there's people who give hall passes, right? So it's like you go, like you don't have relationships with these people, but you go and do your thing, and then I go do my thing. And then there's people who have like the full poly thing where like an open relationship where they'll have a relationship with another person. Then they got the poly thing where it's like a miasma relationship that goes on. So there's like this whole spectrum in there. And I think there's a lot of room for people, but I think when you start really, like, first of all, I think the best and safest bet for everybody on earth is to just be monogamous purely with one person that you want to stay with forever. But I think people like will dip their toes and do shit. I think when you start really bringing in that emotional aspect, that's when shit and like repetition and permanence to it. That's when you really get into the risky fucking territory.
Yep. I completely agree. By the way, I was going to text you, but I didn't want to bother you. Guess what has a pop-out option for chat now?
Rumble?
We talked about this last night. Yeah, I just popped mine out just now.
No.
Yeah, that's what she said. But yeah, dude, it is badass.
I'm gonna go pop out on your Rumble right now.
Go pop it out right now, dude. 200 Watt Studio says if you have to ask your girlfriend or wife if her partner will work on them, your relationship's over. Yeah, that would. I don't even. That's shotgun territory. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it so cool?
There it is. Oh my
Samantha,
God.
this is a good thing. Samantha Bullock is one of my friends. And she messages me every now and then, and she was asking for advice for like marriage, and now granted, look, I'm not married. I was, but I try to give advice as best as I can, the way I would do things. And she was saying that when her and her husband wasn't super sexually active, and he was gone for a little while at times, and sometimes like when he got home he would want to do things, and it was resentful for her because she didn't want to do things. And I was like, look, if I was with you, I'd have left you. Like, I have to smash asses like every other night, like at least every and a sexual relationship is like very, very important. And she was like, wow, like you're right. And then he came home recently, and she said she's been rocking his world, and she says her relationship is awesome. It's thriving. So congratulations, Samantha. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know.
Amazing how that works.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I helped you in any way, but you took the bull by the horns, and you fixed it. So I'm glad to hear that. Mandy K says, so we can sneak naked into your bed and you won't wake up, and we can bring equipment. Interesting. Well, Mandy, hey, Mandy, I've told you 100 times you can do this. All right.
Like, I sent you letters, I sent you DMs,
Yeah,
I sent you
dude.
meme, I sent you skywriting. Mandy, come in.
She's all talk.
Here's the door code.
She's all talk. I was like, girl, you can climb in the DMs. Never did. She's like, oh, bro, I'm doing it right now. Never did. I'm like, Sheila Aliens is in the chat. What's up, baby? Make sure you guys like the stream. Oh my God, we already hit 800 likes. See, this is what happens when you bring Nick on. Freaking shit goes, it explodes. God damn. All right, let's. By the way, guys, if you are not following me on Locals, we have a chat on there. I post basically some nudes on there with my PP covered up. Progress pictures from the gym, music. I do music streams. I try to do them almost every day until they fix their audio thing. But now I've been doing just local streams. And also follow Nick. I'm sure you all are, but you should. If you're not, you need to follow Nick on Locals, because his Locals is like legend. It's like I prefer it over mine, to be honest. Yeah, dude. It's but no, man. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So lately, now look, let's get into conspiracy time. I noticed. I went through this feed the other day, and there was like 12 like chemical toxic spill disasters in the last like 2 weeks. And they're all from trains coming in every state. What is? Do you have a theory on what? Because this can't be a coincidence. Are we getting hit by another country and they're like keeping it under wraps? Like, what's going on? It feels like we're getting attacked and they don't want anybody to panic or change the narrative. So they're like, oh yeah, a train derailed again for the 15th time this week. I don't know. It's weird.
Dude, so if I'm gonna go conspiracy mode on this, I'm gonna go more complicated and or not even more complicated than that. Just I'm gonna go less war-y, because I really don't see like the attack thing. I'm not paranoid about war and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think that war used to be a means of control, and I think with global communication the way it is now, we don't need war to be the means of control anymore. So I think everybody's going to be looking like, Tim Pool or whatever, looking for that World War III number all the time, and we'll never actually see that shit. What I think, if we're going conspiracy route, the toxic chemicals go up in the air, they come down on the crops, and they make toxic food. That toxic food has to be disposed of. Food prices continue to rise. Everything continues to get more expensive. Cows continue to get sick. Eggs continue to be weak, or the chicken flocks die off or whatever. And then suddenly we're eating fucking bugs. We're eating manufactured veggie meats and shit like that. All of that lab grown stuff that none of us want. Nobody wants it, but they'll be like, it's the prelude and the precursor to pushing the price up and then getting that shit into the market. And that's my conspiracy thing. I don't trust the government with the food supply, and I think they're fucking with it.
Yeah, as soon as someone like shames me for eating a delicious succulent burger, like medium or maybe medium rare, and they shame me for it, and then they're like, "Oh, we got an alternative that tastes just the same," and then I bought it and it tastes like paper. No, dude, I will be long dead before they take my V8s and my burgers away. I'll be and I'll make sure it happens. Like if burgers are illegal next year, well, I'm out. See y'all later.
But you're drinking V8?
No, I mean like my V8 engines.
Oh, I was like, wait, I don't know about that fight milk shit, but we're drinking V8 laced with shit. I got spicy hot V8 sitting in my damn fridge right now. I'll load up a basic Bloody Mary just with I got vodka made by gay men.
You got a V8 in your garage right now. Have you still not driven it? Have you?
No, I mean I drove it home part of the way.
Man, it's sad.
but no, so I had to take my daughter today to a birthday party like an hour away from my house, and it was 2 hours long, so I had to just sit there. But it was Camelot. The roads are fucking dry. They're dry. They're clear, but my driveway isn't.
Wow.
My driveway's got this. It's got this uphill curve, and it's just full of fucking snow. And I'm like, if that was gone today, I could have popped my daughter in the back seat and just burned ass up there.
Yeah, dude.
And then while she was in the trampoline, they went to this trampoline thing. It's like while she's jumping on the trampoline, I could have just driving all over the place. But
man, dude, I feel so bad. I live in Alabama and I get my Mustang like every day and just burn it down. It's fun. My rear tires are bald, but I bought a new truck the other day. I've been driving that everywhere. It feels like I'm driving a freaking train. It's just I'm like, there's like other trucks that are huge and they're still like 2 feet below me. It's so weird. Like I'm like, what the hell? Because the guy I bought it, or the place I bought it from, apparently it was a rental truck and it's like the biggest one they offer. And it was raised like 6 inches from whoever bought it. So like it's just redonky. It's ridiculous. Matthew Moeller, I heard burgers for Cody's Burger Fun. Thank you, Matthew Moeller. By the way, 210 from Fight Milk. Oh my God. Is it possible? Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Craig Dwinger jumping in this bitch. Hey, man, where the hell is this? I feel like I haven't seen you in so long, Craig. What's up, dude? Appreciate you. But yeah, dude, I'm so excited. And like you should. So there's a racetrack beside my house, like an hour away, called Barber Motor Speedway. It's where IndyCar races at. And I think that'd be a great place. You should drive down here. I got spare rooms, man.
Yeah.
We just go burn that bitch down.
Dude, that's the goal. Did I tell you what Ford sent me?
Yeah, the welcoming kit with the free like racing
school.
Yeah, dude. That is awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, like that shit cost, like when you actually go to get a competition license, it costs like $5,000. And you have to go for like a 3-day like event, and you got to go through all these like rigorous training things. Kind of ridiculous. Or you could just race and get a racing license in your series, and usually that'll cover everything. But there's a startup cost to that, which is astronomical anyway. Romo Drummer, the government is making you drink some manufactured field of greens, fruits, and veggies powder. Fields of greens. I like that shit. I need to get me some of that shit. Oh my God. Back goat, you a bitch. Rare steak caveman style. I agree with that. If it's not rare, or at least at the very max medium rare, then you are a filthy. What do you like, Nick?
I like medium. I like medium rare, but the older I get, like medium rare gets risky. Like, because sometimes I'll eat medium rare, my stomach will get real upset real fast, and I'm like, fucking hell. But it tastes the best.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on what I've eaten the rest of the day. But last night I had somewhere between medium rare and medium ribeye, and I made this pan sauce with fucking cognac and onion and mushrooms and serrano peppers. And it was so fucking hot, and God, it was good. It was
my God, good. Dude, I don't trust a person. I absolutely do not trust people that like well done or medium well. I just don't trust you. Like, because
Razor Fist is like well done. It's like
that's not. You're just spending money for like a charred like ground beef tasting thing. Because at that point, it just tastes like you're biting into like a burnt burger. It doesn't. There is no more flavor in the medium well ribeye. It's just not how that works, man. It's not how that works.
No. Yep.
Oh my gosh, Las Vegas Speedway. Go race some exotics. I'd stay at the truck stop all the time. Man, I wish I had time to go race some exotics at Las Vegas freaking Speedway. Be kick ass, man. If only I lived out there. But unfortunately, to race in my series, you got to live here, or North Carolina at least, at the very, very least. Okay, so what What I talked to Anna about this the other day. What is so movies suck ass now. Shows suck ass.
Yep.
What is something good that you've watched that doesn't suck ass?
Bullet Train.
Bullet Train was fantastic. Lofty's a bitch. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
Loved
fuck you,
it.
Lofty.
Yeah, that's not a
Little bitch. Little cunt.
He said it was bad. He said it was terrible, and I was like, oh well, okay, I guess I won't watch it. And then I was watching your stream, and you said, "Dude, Bullet Train was awesome," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I watched Bullet Train, fantastic. And then he said,
"Non-stop banger."
Yeah, he said Megan was bad. Like it's like a reimagining of Chucky almost.
You haven't watched that? I heard it was good.
Yeah, he said it was terrible. So I was like, well, I'm gonna watch that for sure. And I watched it, loved it. And I'm like, yeah, so I think I know now. Just do the opposite of what Lofty says, and we're good.
Yeah.
That's like it's foolproof. It's absolutely foolproof that you can't.
Yeah, it would save you from watching Rings of Power.
Yep.
It'd save you from watching a whole bunch of bad shit.
And
it would make you watch a couple good things too. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad because I'm trying to keep up with Last of Us. I've been watching it, and it's starting to lose me. And it's like pissing people off when I say this, but it's just starting to lose me a little bit. I don't know what it is like. And it wasn't even the gay episode. That was fine. I enjoyed that. It was a little too long. I kind of wanted a little bit more Joel and Ellie, but it was, it didn't really need to happen. But I enjoyed the episode. First 2 episodes, great. Then it just started plummeting for me. They're like bringing in random characters that don't make sense. None of it makes sense. How did a frumpy librarian become the leader of the Hunter City? And then I thought they would flesh her out a little bit more so it was believable. And then she just gets wrecked. And I'm like, okay, well, that's over, I guess. And it seems like they're trying to make an emotional roller coaster every single episode. And I'm like, well, I can't get attached to these characters enough. It's like, here's a new character. They're so morally good and have sacrificed a lot, and they're young and they're just trying to survive. Oh, they're gone. Sad times. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't have any time to attach myself to these characters. And I don't know. It's starting to lose me. And it doesn't help that every single article that I see comes out. It's like every article. It's like Bella Ramsey talking about being gender fluid, about binary. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Just show me the show and act. I don't care about all that shit. No one really does. Like, no one does. And
here's my thing with Last of Us. I think we were talking a little bit about it last night.
Yeah.
But I don't watch it. But I think Flawed was talking about how ridiculous it is because it's like this post-apocalyptic world, but like the leader of the gang or whatever is like this tiny woman or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know they keep doing this in all these movies, but and this is going to sound really terrible, but the reality of the darkness of the human condition is that if there is a post-apocalypse, ladies, you are going to have a really bad time.
Yeah. It's going to be awful.
I'm not sure how you think like the little female, and I don't think most women do, but I think, Hollywood people have to do it this way, but the little female will be on top of some major enterprise organization. Like, oh, she's ruthless. It's like, yeah, but she's not scary. Like, why would anyone listen to her in the first place? Because she doesn't have that physical imposition. She would have to have someone else do the dirty work for her. And there's just a big dude who's got hair and is gross and he's got like pimples and warts everywhere, but he will just like literally murder people with his bare hands all day. That guy will be raping all of the women constantly. Like that. It's a horrific concept. Post-apocalypse is not going to be this, oh, look, this woman, this female-led entrepreneur sprung up an operation. Nope. Sorry. That's not how it's going to work. It's going to be horrifying.
Yeah. Mad Max did it accurately. The Book of Eli. So basically women were just being bought and sold and traded. Like, that's the issue is it's the same thing as the one dude that, what was the guy? What's the guy we were looking at last night where he's like, who's going to stop me?
Yeah.
Who's going to stop me? Yeah. I wouldn't be with you. Who's going to stop me?
Yeah, like Book of Eli, you're right. The women were getting traded. In that one of the early scenes in that movie, it's like the couple walking down the road and they just get mugged and the guy gets shot.
Yeah.
Right. And then they drag the woman off. That post-apocalypse is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially there's no rules. There's no enforcement.
it's the uncomfortable thing that I don't really care to say because it doesn't really serve a purpose, but it's like a reminder. And a lot of people are gonna leave the stream when I say this, but the reason women can do the things they do, like in modern society, is because men allow them to. That's just how it is. Like men allow you to act a fool, like because if war broke out tomorrow and a nukes hit all over and it was like people fighting to survive, you're not protesting anymore. You're not worried about microaggressions. You're looking for the most giant scary dude possible and begging him to not kill you, and you can do whatever you want to me, just don't let people like take me and kill me.
Yeah, so the plausible way to go about The Last of Us would be like a fucking Amazonian organization where it's like run entirely by a group of ruthless women with lots of guns and ammo and whatever, like that band together to like protect themselves from everything. That's the only way you'll get pockets of organized societies, but there will not be a top-down structure with someone who isn't a fucking horrifying monster.
Yeah.
Because when you get the person who isn't, the monster's right below them and will just take over.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So that's perfect. That's a great example. So Last of Us, there's this little frumpy librarian lady, and she's like the leader for whatever reason. Because her brother was, and then they just made her the leader when he died or something, which doesn't make any sense. They would just kill her. So, oh, you want to be the leader? Well, I don't want you to be. Boom. So there's this one giant dude that's burly and has a beard and he has a gun and he's like her right-hand man. And he keeps saying, I don't think we should do what you think we should do. And she's like, oh, don't you talk back to me. You know, we're going to do it how I want to do it. And she ends up getting her, like basically her whole city killed, because she just keeps doing dumb shit. And they're like, we don't think we should do this, but they just keep listening to her. And then they all die. Like everybody dies. Yeah. I'm like, well, you could have just not listened to this stupid lady for no. And then like, it was just, it all seems the beauty.
That's the beauty and the risk of the post-apocalypse is you cannot listen to whoever you want if you have a knife.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Stab.
Matt right here says, Last of Us lost me when librarian chick murders a doctor in cold blood in the freaking zombie apocalypse. Yep. Just doesn't make any sense. I'd have been like, you know what? I'm just gonna pop a cap on her real quick, and now I'm the leader.
Did you see that movie, The Northman?
Yes.
Here's post-apocalypse, y'all.
Yeah.
Just look to history, because that's what happens. When they're going and they get that, not the first scene, because that's with the kid or whatever, but when he's grown up, the first scene where he's grown up and they pillage that town, when they're going there and they're on their little longboats or whatever, and you see that like that guy and his son out fishing and just arrows just kill these two innocent people. That's what happens. Like,
yeah,
you might be out fishing. You might, I've got my little livelihood. And then someone walks by and just decides that they're an asshole that day. The guy was just smiling. They had no reason to kill them at all.
Yep.
It's just like, look at that, target practice. That's post-apocalypse. It's just everywhere.
Yeah. And then when they go into the village and the people that survived the onslaught, like the people in the village, if it was like an older women, they're like, yep, you're too old. You get in the cave. And they're like, they lined everybody, all the men into the cave, all the old women into the cave, all the middle-aged women, depending on how hot they are, into the cave. And then like all the very, very young women are like, okay, you're all slaves now. And then they just burned the thing. It killed everybody else.
Yep, so that was fucking brutal.
They saved like 8 young girls that were like 12 to 14 years old. And that's how it would be. And that's Viking lore. So yeah, that's how it would be, man. That's how it would be. And I don't want it to be that way. A lot of people think, they hear me say this and they're like, wow, Camelot wants to. No, you don't understand. I want it to be the way it is. I'm just saying, like, when you're out on the street protesting on the interstate about some bullshit that don't matter in the grand scheme of things, remember, the reason you can do that is because there's probably 110 million men that are like, you can do that if you want.
Because we'd have to be killing each other all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And somewhere we all figured it out. And we're like, you know what? It'd be better than killing each other all the time, worrying about dying constantly, if we just didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, except when something really big happens. But other than that, we're gonna mostly get along in like this group called society and not be murdering each other constantly.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty damn good system.
Yep.
It keeps most of us alive and most people unraped most of the time.
Yep.
Which is good.
Unless you're a guy in prison, unfortunately. So no, dude, like, yeah. So what it boils down to is, if anything were to happen, all those people in San Francisco and LA that are always crying, they're the first to go. They'll be gone within the weekend. Be gone.
Ooh,
and
God, could you imagine?
The only people left are burly ass motherfuckers, and
when everything goes to shit. Yeah, I know I'm gone right away because I'm too much of an asshole. But when everything goes to shit, and you finally get to take a baseball bat to that motherfucker, you know that one. Everybody's
Dave.
got that one.
Yeah,
and you're just like, oh,
hey, Dave,
who's gonna stop me?
You see Dave, like you're like driving by the like gym trying to scout for, and you see Dave and his like wife, and they're like young kids, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna turn a little bit. All right, yeah, I don't
up on the sidewalk.
Never liked you. Like, well, there's nothing. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Yeah, I don't know. I would be like, I don't know. I don't think I would be. I would be too afraid, or not afraid, probably. I'd be too morally like indoctrinated. Like,
see, I think that lasts for a little bit.
Yeah,
I do think that lasts for a little bit, and then like someone like kills your kid, your wife, your brother, whatever it is. Somebody fucks your life over, and you're like, oh, and there's no justice.
Yep.
There's no promise of justice, and there's nothing. And then you're like, you're getting like, you're wiping tar under your eyes and shit. You're like, okay, you'll Rambo it up after that.
Yeah, you're right.
Carve spikes out of fucking sticks.
It wouldn't take much. Like, I would be like walking with my dog, my husky, and we'd be walking. I'd be scavenging, and somebody would like shoot my dog, and I'd be like, "Yep, I'm gonna kill everybody I see now." Everyone's dying now.
Someone's like, that dog looks like I could eat it.
Yep.
Bow and arrow to your dog.
Oh God!
And then they go eat it.
Everybody. Oh, look, Shani in the chat says we made it. We made it to what? 1,000 likes? Oh my God! It's the first time we had 1,000 likes in like a year. Jesus Christ!
Oh, shit.
See, Nick, this was a good idea. See, I told you. Well, I mean, it's not. It doesn't help you. It helps me, but I appreciate it.
Dude, it helps me. I love coming on your show, man.
I appreciate that.
Let me be clear. I've never been on your show because you're a bigot, but I love that I am on your show because I love talking to you like when you're on my show. So I knew it'd be good coming on yours.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. That you were the only guy. So this is just, I know you've been doing it a long damn time, right? This is so new to me, and I was like, I think I want to try something. And I told somebody about it. I asked Anna like 6 months ago to come on, and I was going to call it Camel Thoughts. And it was going to be just talking about dating.
I was like, I don't know if you're going to get that many women on there. If you're wait, THOTS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many female guests would come on with that brand.
Holy Ozone says, I've always thought Texas will be the safest place for the purge. Everyone's got them guns. That's true. But then they'll also band together and use them on your ass. Oh, you have something we want, dead. And that's the spooky part. Yeah, who is it? Slavabaga. Western Europe got bullied and pushed around by the Vikings. We Slavs allied with them and then went on raid sprees against nomads and Arabs. Man, that sounds like, like there's something that sounds like really exciting about like living in a different time, and you're just a part of a raiding squad. You're just like, all right, let's go into the huts. Who we finding today? How did that?
You better be a big mean motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm a man. I'd get fucking killed. I'm like, well, I guess historically speaking, how tall were the Northmen? Because I'm like 5'11". I'm almost there. Right?
No, I think you'd probably be tall back then.
Yeah, thank God. Oh, thank God.
People were short as fuck for a long time.
Yeah, it's like the guy in your stream yesterday, the martial arts guy. It's like, dude, they know how to fight. Northmen dudes just came in with an axe and cut people down because they were like 6'1" and 400 pounds. Like, doom. They're like, dude, ain't gonna nothing stopping them.
When I worked at this little bank before I worked at Wells Fargo, and we had the FBI most wanted list because we had to be on the watch out for the post 9/11 trafficking shit, the money laundering shit to terrorists. So it's like pull up the international most wanted list. All these dudes, all of them are like 5'3", 5'4", a $130. The most dangerous men on the planet, because they were straight fucking murderers.
Yeah.
They will just murder everybody in the name of jihad or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like every name was like Muhammad Abu Asef or whatever. Like
Oh my
every single
God.
one of them. And it's like, but like these guys weren't big and imposing and intimidating, but all these motherfuckers just cut your head off. And cut everybody you know's
They
head
don't care.
off.
They don't care.
Cut off everybody's head. Fuck you.
Yeah. They
Like,
just don't give a damn. They don't. There's the killer. It's the killer instinct. What we were watching that video last night of the Asian dude, and he was just laughing as the lady was taking him down. And it's like, oh yeah, she was doing a good job. Like, dude, if that guy was mad and was like, he would have threw her like a freaking softball. Like, dude, he was laughing and just like kind of, and he just laid on her and laughed. Like, and she was like a giant chick. So I don't want to go down this road again. Do a feet stream, call it camel toes.
see, that's funny. That's a good one.
That is a good one. It's just me and Anna's toes. We're just talking. But what if like their toes suck ass? Like it looks like
We got Brie Larson's toes.
Yeah, dude, that is burnt into my mind. Her freaking scary ass toes. White guy named Tyrone. I think that's the first Rumble rant of the entire stream. White guy named Tyrone says, "It would be like when the law is not enforced one day in the Purge movie." Exactly. 100%. Forever Purge, man. Forever Purge. That's what the end times will be like. And let's hope it never happens, man. I'm gonna be honest. I would rather
such
die.
a mess.
I would absolutely rather die. No. But I've been watching. So I watched Tulsa King, or I'm like 6 episodes into Tulsa King. It's fantastic because I love Sylvester Stallone. Very underrated actor because people don't really think, oh, he's a good actor. They just think, oh, Sylvester Stallone. And he's actually a legit actor, in my opinion. He's a really, really talented actor. That, I watched Reacher, fantastic. And I watched...
Reacher's great.
Yeah, and I watched The Terminal List, and it was unbelievable.
Hey, in their new series, a season of Jack Ryan?
I have not even... that's the next one I'm supposed to watch.
Oh, yeah, those are good. I liked those. John Krasinski's in it, of course.
Yeah.
And did you ever watch The Wire?
No, I heard you've been talking about this shit every stream. I need to watch it, I guess.
Well, one of the guys from The Wire, Bunk Moreland, he's a big black. Oh, you've seen Hackers, though, right? The movie Hackers. Remember the black FBI agent that they fuck with the whole time? Like they make his credit cards and make him dead. Yeah. That's the actor. He plays Bunk Moreland in The Wire. He's fantastic, and he is also in Jack Ryan. And
sweet,
he's really good.
Yeah, and so I need to watch that next. And Terminal List got a second season. It's getting a second season with Chris Pratt, and I'm like, well, shit.
What are they going to do with it?
Finally, something I can look forward to. Jesus, like there's nothing to look forward to ever in life. It seems like. Imagine being a Persian guardsman in a frontier fort on Black Sea. You wake up to the sight of a bunch of rabid Vikings and Russians charging at you. Could you imagine? I would just be like, here's my daughter, and just run. Take her. Woo.
Yeah,
I can't run with you, girl. You too much weight.
It's. So I listen to, I used to, I don't as much. He doesn't put them out very often. This podcast, Hardcore History with Dan Carlin, right? Like, and he'll go through like these old historical events, and he was talking about the ancient Greeks, and we're talking about the Spartans today. You know, he's talking about them, and he brought up something. He's like, we live in a completely different society. Oh no, I remember why he was talking about it. He was talking about bayonet charges, right? Like Civil War and shit, affixed bayonets and charge. He's like, most of these things in history, when the bayonet charge happened, the bayonet charge never met the line. In movies, they do, and they go in and they stab everybody. But everybody is so fucking scared of having this piece of metal that's this long shoved through their stomach and dying slowly that most bayonet charges ended up breaking the enemy line when it happened. And so he's like, most of the time that didn't really occur. Now you'd have one-on-one, someone stabbed with a bayonet or whatever, but like the actual like full-on melee, once guns came around, bayonet and the close combat stuff really took a back seat. And he said, but he was talking about the difference we live in now versus like the ancient Greeks. It's like by the time you were 14 in some of these Greek societies, not only had you seen war, you had killed a man up close. You had stabbed him with a spear and he died on the end of that thing while you were there. by 14. And it's like we think of now, and it's like you like know the hardest dude ever, and it's like he's a basic bitch in the ancient days when you had to fucking go out and fight.
Well, yeah, because if you were the age of 24 in like the ancient times, you made it to that age by being able to survive. So you've killed dozens of people, probably. I wonder what the age of the average age or the average lifespan was back in it's probably like 20, 28, maybe not even that, 19. Like,
yeah,
women would live longer, obviously, but like men, no, dude, you die. The odds are you're dead as hell. And Morsk says, "Here's another one. Now you have 2 Rumble rants. Thank you, my friend. Now tell Nikki how fat he is."
Tell me, you bitch.
Tell me. I don't think I saw you in real life. You seem normal as hell to me. You didn't seem fat at all. Now, granted, I was looking up at you like you were a tree. And Morris says, he says, hit the like and subscribe on Rumble. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, dude. Again, people were throwing Rumble rants. I just don't know how to get paid, man. I'm still trying to transfer that Rumble thing. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Like I said, I'll send a message to that guy. Be like, hey, can you look into this guy, my homeboy, and see what's up with this payout?
But we got pop out chat, so it's an even trade.
Pop out chat. I've been begging for that shit.
I have them all lined up right here. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. God.
I got my locals, I got YouTube, I got your locals, and I got Rumble all popped out.
Yeah.
Well, locals, I don't pop it. You just have to shrink the window and get rid of all the extra shit.
Yeah.
And then it looks like a popped out chat. But.
That's what I do. Yeah. Same exact damn thing. Man. So what's our plans in Vegas? So other than the live show, or what do we plan on doing in the live show? Because we gotta shill it a little bit. Because that's what the show is brought to you by. Is the show in Vegas?
Yeah, our Vegas live show. So the live show itself is a 4-hour event at the Ahern Hotel, which is just on the north side of the Strip. It's not quite to Fremont Street or downtown or whatever, but it is. It's on the north end of the Strip. It used to be called the Lucky Dragon, apparently. We're in Studio B, I believe. We will have seats for something like 200 people.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a stage show of some sort for an hour, 2 hours. There's a guy who's offered to just do some background DJ music. I'm going to hit him up and see if he wants to do that. But it'll be a stage show for an hour to 2 hours, basically like a panel discussion you'd see on YouTube, but in real life. We're just going to be sitting around telling jokes, having fun. We might bring in something to talk about or whatnot. Mostly just kind of break the ice and get people loosened up and let them have a few drinks. And then the rest of the time is people hanging out, meeting people, meeting us. If people want to bring merch to sell or whatever you can. I'm probably not going to bring much to sell. I'm going to bring some of these bad boys, some Baldo balls to hand out. I've got some shirts. Like, people will send me shirts and they send me extra larges because I should be an extra large at my height, but I'm not. So I've got some shirts that people have sent me that I'll probably give away or sell or whatever, something like that. And we can sign autographs if people want them. I don't charge for autographs or anything, but yeah, it may mostly have drinks with us, hang out, socialize, meet other people from the chat, and you get to take in a little show as well. It's kind of styled after the way Dick Masterson does his live shows. Now, around that 4-hour stretch, I don't give a shit what we do. Likely, I figure we'll probably go to a bar, go to a club multiple times throughout the week, or throughout the weekend or whatever. And sometimes, maybe we'll announce where we go. I don't know what anybody else is going to do. Sometimes I'll probably announce where I'm going to end up. Like, if I'm going to hang out with Camelot and we're like, it'll be fun to meet up with some people. Maybe we'll go to a bar, a cigar lounge, or a restaurant and say, hey, we're going to be here. People can come join us. Other times, might be a little bit more doing stuff on our own. Cause I've never been to Vegas. My wife's coming. So I want to make sure and experience the city a little bit with her while we're out there. But I have a feeling like right around the show, like before the show, after the show, will be bar crawl type stuff, and then find out where we end up.
That poor bar.
Yeah. Yep. And
that
then
poor sad bar.
maybe like some people might want to do a strip club or some sort of show or whatever.
Yeah, we're doing that. Vegas strip clubs are wild.
So
wild.
I have no expectations. I know that while I'm in Vegas, I want to go to Michelin-starred restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
Some crazy over-the-top fine dining experience where they yell at me for not wearing a suit. And I go, you know who I am.
So I'm gonna have to buy a suit. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I don't care. I don't know if you actually have to have a suit. I just want a place that will yell at me for not having a suit. When I was down in Miami, these motherfuckers, I tried to go to a restaurant. It's summer. Or no, it was December, but it's in Miami, so it felt like summer. And I'm wearing shorts. And they're like, you can come into the restaurant in shorts. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I can't come into a restaurant in shorts? Like, it's 85 degrees. Like, yeah, no, you got to have pants on. I'm like, I didn't bring pants. Where can I buy pants? Actually, that was kind of a lie. I had a pair of pants, but they smelled like the strip club.
Oh, no. Yeah, dude.
They smelled like glitter and alcohol and sadness.
I guess I might get a fitted suit before I go. Because I've been working on my car so much, I just freaking haven't had time to do anything. Lost Little Man says, since super chats are not working for me, I'll say my joke. What did the cannibal say after he ate his vegetables? He sells the wheelchair on eBay. Shocking. Nice. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you. 200-watt studio says there's 5, soon to be 6 terminal list books. Oh my God, that makes me happy to hear that. Slowbog says Xenophobe wrote of his 10,000 hoplites marched into the bronze phalanx against 30,000 Egyptians and Medes. They advanced singing the war hymn, The Pain, then gave the shout out, ah, la, 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 and the enemy just fled. Well, goddamn, they didn't have to do shit. Now I feel like they want to
get stabbed by a fucking metal rod and die. It goes through your bowels. It takes you. Remember, what was that line from Reservoir Dogs? He's like, it takes you days to die. I know it hurts real goddamn bad, but you're gonna be okay. We'll get you to a doctor. It takes a long fucking time to die. Yeah, there wasn't a doctor though back then. And it was just a big metal rod that went right through your fucking belly. And then all of that shit that's in your colon spills out in your body and you get infected. And that's why you die, shivering and cold and bleeding. It's horrid.
Jesus, could you imagine? Billy Hatcher says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Mrs. Scott Awesome said, Nick, you fat shaming me was so heartfelt. I had to join your locals. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it works. It works. Dude, like I said, my favorite thing to say is there's no shame in being weak and out of shape. The only shame is staying that way. So, like, dude, fat shaming people. And look, I'm not saying, like I've said this 100 times. I'm not saying walk up to somebody unprovokingly and be like, hey, man, you're overweight, gross. I'm saying
that somebody should hit you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying if you're like saying, bro, I'm fine at 400 pounds. I'm healthy. And like, you're wasting your time at the gym, to be honest. I'm going to be like, listen, I'm about to fat shame you right now. Because usually that's how it works. Somebody comes at you and they're saying the shit. I don't unprovokingly call you butter golem unless you're Lizzo or some shit. You know? So
public figures get a little bit different treatment.
Oh, that's I already know that shit.
Yeah. You can make fun of public figures a little bit. But no, you should not be walking up like I don't fat shame people unless they ask. Like and typically they ask with money, which is great. But
yeah.
I used to be a massive asshole about it. I legit hated fat people. Like, no joke, like legitimately hated them. And when I was in high school and stuff. And so I would I'd be mean as fuck. Nowadays, I don't have any desire to be mean to people generally.
Yeah, I think I was jaded for a while because I was obese until I was like 17. So I think I was jaded. So I would see bigger people and I'd be like, you son of a bitch. Because it was like me talking to myself. Mm-hmm. But obviously that was a long time ago. Shit, I haven't thought about that in a long time. I don't give a damn, what you look like, what you're built like. I respect everybody. And I got a lot of great friends that are bigger people, smaller people. I don't care. But yeah, sometimes when somebody comes at me and they're like, you do realize that a lot of people have trouble. They have health conditions. I'm like, yeah, it's 0.3% of people. And you're justifying 70% of people's excuses based off of 0.3% of the population. Eat my asshole right damn now before I jump off a damn cliff.
It reminds me of a professor. I had a sociology professor, and he would talk about how every semester there were 1 or 2 people who would take his class, and he called them water walkers. They didn't take notes. They didn't do anything, but they came in, they just score 100% on the tests. and they just ace the class. And he goes, that isn't you. That isn't you. Whoever hears this and thinks, oh, that's me. Nope, that's not fucking you. Take notes, work hard, do the reading. You're not the water walker. That's always somebody else.
Yeah.
That's for the fat people, except there's no water walking because I know you're buoyant.
Yeah. That's a
but
great
you aren't walking.
That's a great point. It's like, yeah, you know, those people that have like really, really extreme thyroid issues that have been diagnosed. That ain't you.
That ain't you.
And I know some people that have thyroid issues and they struggle, man, but they're still fighting the damn good fight. The fear of melee combat might be partly why the Swedish Karolines were so successful with their melee charges in the time of the musket. Oh, look at this. Amazing Wireless says, super chats work for me. Y'all broke. And Google don't take EBT. Yeah, it's showing your asses up. Showing your asses up in the chat. Yeah. By the way, speaking of showing your asses up, 60 from Fight Milk. 60 from Fight Milk. If we do hit 1,500, I'll do a double Fight Milk. $500 discount since Nick's here, and I love him. In a super homo way. I mean, a non-homo way. Fuck.
Oh, wait, non-homo? Okay, I'm going to book a different hotel room now.
Cheers for not wasting the drop, Nick. Looking forward to Vegas. Hell yeah, Rob.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to actually get some time off to hang out with some boys and go to the show. Now, not many people are going to be asking for my dumbass autograph, but I'm still excited to meet people. It's going to be so fun, dude. Gosh, I
hope everybody asks for your autograph and it gets annoying. That's what I want. I'm going to try and get random people to get your autograph.
Just people that don't even know who we are.
Dude, when we were down in Houston and I wingman Legal Mindset into the taco bar, were you there for that at the Dirt Bar?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It was Saturday night in Houston, the rave night. And Lady Raggets and I went with a friend. We went over to the rave for like 30 minutes. We're like, okay, well, this isn't that fun. Like, yeah. I'm gonna have a confession here. Some people would probably already know this. I love dancing. Like, I love going out dancing.
Yeah.
It's so fucking gay, but I love doing it. Like, I'd love going to a rave, except if the people I'm with, it doesn't matter if the whole earth is dancing, but the people I'm with are not. I'm like, okay, I'll just sit out, you know. But if the people I'm with are dancing, I'm in. It's great. We have fun. And but like Lady Raggets isn't much of a dancer. Friend was like not into it. So it's like, okay, let's leave then. Cause you don't want to just stand around. That was weird. So then we went to the Dirt Bar where like Anna and Cecil and Mr. Biggins and Legal Mindset was there. And I walked up to this girl and she saw I walked up to the bar, to be clear.
Yeah.
And this chunky Latina chick was sitting there. And I'm ordering drinks. And she sees my Matsuri badge and has the anime girl on it. And she's like, I love anime. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Are you going to Anime Matsuri? She's like, what's that? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like this giant anime convention that happens in this city every year. And it's like 50,000 people. She's no way. I'm like, yeah, we're all guests over there. Like we all have booths and shit. And she's like, really? Why? And I'm like, oh, let me introduce you. Right. And so I take her over to Legal Mindset first because that's the first person we get to.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, you see this motherfucker? Do you know what he does? What? I'm like, he's a lawyer. And he goes on YouTube and teaches people about the law. He talks about legal subjects. She's like, and she like, I was going to next tell her about, I think Cecil was sitting next to him. And I was going to go to Cecil next. And she just goes over to Mindset and was like magnetically attached to him. And I was like, oh, okay. The guy she's with comes and walks over and standing by me. And I'm like, hey, what's up, buddy? You good with this? He's like, oh yeah, she's my sister. I was like, first of all, I don't think so. Second of all, why are you at a bar with your sister in downtown Houston? That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But then I see her do the thing with the hand and like Mindset's hands like up like this. And she walks them out the bar. And I was like, this man's going to the taco stand.
Oh, damn.
It was good times.
He smashed some piss. You got him a pisser smash for free.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, goddamn.
So now my goal is to swindle your ass into some trouble in Vegas.
They better be hot, man. They better be hot. That's for damn sure. Or at least I could be drunk a little, I guess. It depends. It depends. God damn. I can't believe that shit. Wow. And Drex isn't even coming. That's sad. Drex ain't coming. Cecil ain't coming.
Wait, Cecil's not coming?
I don't think Cecil's coming. Wait,
What a
he might actually.
He said he might the other day.
He
I
keeps
think.
coming off and on and off and on and off and on about coming.
How do you? Like, it's getting more expensive to go by the day, right? Like the plane tickets, the closer you get.
70.
I don't know.
I paid $70.
$70
round trip. I bought it a long time ago. $70 round trip, and I'm flying one of those shitty airlines like Spirit, but it's
yeah. Oh well, I'll see you after the show. When your plane gets there, call the hotel so I can check in with your name.
Yeah, dude. No, it's always nice. And it's a straight shot. It's a 4-hour flight, 4 hour and 20 minutes. Pretty awesome, dude. I'm gonna get turned. I'm gonna take my pants off. I'm gonna be slinging juice in everybody's direction.
Okay, so you got Lost Little Man who's talking about the super chats not working. I'll tell you what happens. I know what happened, Lost Little Man. You sent a funny super chat, I bet. And it went through Google's system, but it didn't pop up because the algorithm caught it after it went through rather than before it went through. And when it does that, it prevents you from sending another super chat for like the rest of the stream. It's going to take a bit, and then Google's going to refund that super chat that you sent. But you're fucked out of sending super chats for like the rest of this show and maybe even for like a couple hours on YouTube. So that's probably what happened to you. It's happened to me before. Usually when I send a banger to like Az or Sargon, something like that. And it's like one of those, this is too clever that YouTube censorship won't get it. And then it catches it on the back end. You get fucked out of your message. I think that's probably what happened to you.
Those bastards. How could they do this to me? Don't they realize I'm fighting for my life out here? We're fighting for our life, and they're just taking from our poor hands. That's what they're doing, man. It's like GameStop, for example. They made $1 billion off their stocks, like sell off, because they just like as a company they dropped a bunch and they paid off their debt, which is great, whatever. But they didn't increase or give not a cent to the actual employees in their store, and then cut their pay recently. And I'm like, God damn, son. God damn. You would think like somebody, Casey. Fight milk for bodyguards by bodyguards. Thank you, Charlie. Coming in with a pink boy, and we hit fight milk. If we hit another 500, then it's double fight milk. Oh my god! And we got a while too. We got a little bit left. Oh my god! I appreciate that. Having a lot of fun.
Fight milk sounds so disgusting.
Well, if you get drunk enough, you might do it with me in Vegas. You won't even remember.
So wait a minute. Are the eggs like? Do you like mix them up in there?
No, they're just whole eggs.
So you're sucking down egg yolks?
Yeah, and it feels like a little rock. But it's like a soft rock, though, a cuddly rock, like a pillow rock. When you do a lot of the eggs, that's when it gets really bad. But like, because you're like, it's like every egg.
Fight milk is what it sounds like. What it feels like if God were ejaculating in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or just like a big burly man that hasn't got off in a few weeks. The same thing. You ever see that video of the dude that's just his balls are like a basketball, and then he jacks
that's
off?
A lie.
Is it fake?
What they do, I researched this because I was like, how does
I researched?
I was like, how does someone come like a quart, right? What they do is they put a catheter in, and they inject this fluid, like this semen-y looking fluid, into their dick through their urethra. And then when they come, it like all comes out. Jeez. So it's like they put it in, and then it's just like gallons coming out. It's disgusting. It's horrifying.
My god. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Yeah, see, I enjoyed that video. I'm sad. I'm real sad about it. LP Dirty T says, "Hey Camelot, enjoying your content. Looking forward to Vegas. Thank you, my friend, for the Rumble rant. I love you. Appreciate you." Yeah. So what's the worst one you ever saw? Because we kind of came up around the same time.
Was the worst what? The worst thing? Like worst video or worst porn video, or what are we talking here?
What was it? Was it called the BME Pain Olympics? That was really a really rough one.
Pain Olympics is bad. One of the videos that I get weird shit that haunts me. Because like I've seen all sorts of people die in all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
And various gore, and most of that stuff doesn't bother me that much. There's one video. It wasn't particularly gory, but it was just horrifying. Is this couple, and they were shoveling their snow, and they kept throwing their snow into the neighbor's driveway.
Yeah.
And he comes out with an AR.
Oh my God.
Blam, blam, blam. And he tags them both, right? Both the wife and the husband. He runs out of ammo and he goes, he might have started with a handgun or whatever. And then he goes back and he gets a different gun and he goes up to the woman in the street and then puts the gun right in her face as she's like dying.
Yeah.
And like you can hear her and her husband as they're dying, like talking to each other. Like, oh, you know, it's awful. It's just fucking heart-wrenching. And he goes up, he's like, you shouldn't have done that. And then blam, just guns her down the face. And then he just goes back into his house like he's all chill. No big deal. That video is fucking horrifying to me.
Wasn't that kind of recently?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
It scrolled by my feed once and I was like, nope.
And it's like it's the talking between them that really gets you, like their last moments. They know they're fucked. So that's bad. There's a cartel video I watched where a guy he's getting executed. They got him naked and they got his hands tied behind his back and they got his feet tied together. And this guy comes up with a machete and hacks off his fucking feet and then his hands, and then they slit his throat. And it's like, Jesus, like they had to make it worse for him, you know?
Oh my God.
That's bad. That shit is as far as like stuff that sticks with me, that's the shit that gets really nasty.
Man, it's like that one I saw years ago where it's probably cartel, man. It's always cartel. And there's a guy just with his hands tied behind his back and he's sitting there and they just pull out a chainsaw and they just go right at his neck. And I'm just, oh my God.
Yeah. I saw the two guys get chainsaw. First of all, I see the people in the chat saying the guy who did the shooting, he went and killed himself afterwards. Okay, that makes sense. Because he knew he wasn't getting away with that shit. No, I saw the two guys get chainsawed, and I couldn't decide if you want to be the first guy or the second guy to get chainsawed.
I don't know, man. That's hard. Because you're like watching it, you're like, wow, that looks like it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Oh.
Like, but the first guy, they kind of fucked up with it because they weren't like chainsaws are jerky, right? And so they go after him and they're like kind of get him a little bit, and he's like, and he's spurting and stuff, and they're like, they have to go back to it. And you're like, well, I hope by the second one they've gained experience and leveled up so they get me in one clean shot that time.
Oh my God. It's like that when I was 13 or something or 14. It ruined my entire like week. You know, and it was the first time I saw this kind of shit. It was the one where it was like somewhere in the Middle East and the guys in the orange jumpsuit, of course. And they like behead him with like a damn butter knife or something. And it's just like 5 minutes of them just like, sounds like you're cutting shoe leather with a butter knife just for 5 minutes. And you just hear like this inhuman noise coming from his like, he's like, I was like, it ruined my entire week. I couldn't sleep. I was in school the next day, just like looking at the freaking wall. Like, it was awful, man. I don't see how people can do it, man.
It's crazy when you get to realize how fucking dark and horrifying humanity can be.
Yeah.
And you go, thank Christ. Like literally, like I've seen some nasty shit on one of those gore sites from like shit that happens in African countries or whatever, Asian countries. And you go, thank God I live in some semblance of civilization. Like I know bad shit can happen to you, but bad shit happening to you in the US for the most part is like you get shot by someone. Like people aren't here like eating your babies and shit in front of you and doing weird stuff. There's like some this wasn't a video, this was a news story about some people who were like fled Afghanistan or whatever, and like the mob came in and raped their child to death in front of them. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with what the fuck is wrong with people? They need all of the napalm like right in their asshole.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. I'll see videos like that. And, actually, it makes me appreciate the ones. So videos I do enjoy are when people go into like a place, like an armed robbery place, or try to kidnap somebody, and some bystander just blows their face off.
Just lights
it is
them
like,
up.
I don't, and it's weird. Okay, so it's the same situation. It's like a gory mess and it's unbelievable. But for some reason, it like makes me feel so good. Because they're like doing something just heinous, and if somebody comes in and just wastes them, and I'm just like, woo! Like it's like a football game.
Oh,
and
for
like,
me,
we got it. Yeah, it's awesome.
My pump up video, right, is the Gary Ploush video where that guy, like the child molester, like touched his kid or whatever and gets arrested and they're transporting him. And Gary's at the payphone.
Yeah.
And they come by and he turns, just blam. They're like, Gary, no.
Damn it, Gary. No, dude, that picture where he has the red eyes and he's coming. Oh my God. I love
he does that turn. He's you're like, oh,
Devil's
it's
Palm,
over.
dude. Devil's Palm. So I skipped that one. He said, "Have you seen the Chinese video where they deep fried the live fish but left the head above oil and served it while it's alive?" Yeah. So Lofty shared that, I think, or Tug. And I don't watch that shit. I just don't watch it anymore.
Weird.
When I see it coming, I don't watch it. I'm like, nope, not get me today. Not get me. You ruin my day. I'm having a good day. I'm eating some delicious, and you ruining my damn day. So no, thank you. I'd rather die. Not about that. I went to my text messages and it's from you and it says, "Let me in." And I'm like, what the hell's he texting me right now? Oh yeah, it was about the damn show, man. Man, a freaking fantastic show, man. Like not a lot of direction, just kind of talking and talking about stuff that you're going through and stuff I'm going through. And it's been a lot of fun, dude. It's been a lot of fun. And now we're talking about freaking old death videos, man. This is what the internet should be. This is what it should be. You guys remember Faces of Death and everybody in the chat? Woo! Faces of Death Volume 4, boy.
Yep.
Yeah,
the problem with Faces of Death was when I found out that some of them were reenacted.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
You can tell.
If you see that hot chick get her titties sliced up by the propeller on the boat? That's a number 4.
That's a number 4. No.
They pull her ass out of the water. And it was bad, dude. She just slices up the body. The boat just ran her over. And you're like, oh no.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that reminds me of that one video of the dude walking, or it's maybe a woman, and they're walking by a plane, and then the engine's like, and they just go into the engine.
Get sucked in, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a cartoon.
Yep.
They're just gone. And I'm like, oh. Well, goddamn.
I saw a guy walking down the road and a fucking cat fell on him.
A cat
out of a building, like from way up high. A cat. He just walking and and it's catastrophic damage. I don't know if he died from it, but it's like that will break bones.
Yeah,
oh fuck you up. And the cat's
especially if it's a fat ass cat.
Yeah,
especially if it's a fat ass cat, dude. Oh my gosh. So Billy Hatcher said this is the best stream by far. I appreciate you, dude. I really do. It's what I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I have been weirdly too anxiety riddled to even attempt it, and I finally decided to. So,
dude, streaming is a weird thing because it seems easy until you're managing a stream and like watching. I love when people are like, "Hey, I tried out streaming, and goddamn, it's hard." It's like, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you're watching all this shit. You're trying to keep up with the chats and the super chats, and you're trying to manage like your conversation at the same time. And then sometimes, and I'm sure you've run into this, your shit just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't change anything. Why would I change anything ever? Why is this shit not working? Why is my microphone just not work? Why is my camera just not work? Like Lead Attorney yesterday. Lead Attorney streams all the damn time. All of a sudden his camera just goes out.
Yeah, dude. And he was just like, yeah, I guess I'll be back. And then he just didn't come back. Shit happens to me all the time.
He messaged me. He's like, yeah, camera's just dead. Don't know what's going on.
Man, dude, that happened to me once. My camera, I went to stream, my camera was just gone and I had to buy a new one. But luckily they honored the 1-year warranty. So then I had 2 cameras and now I have 3. Because I was like, I'll buy another one because I can't skip streaming for like a month while they ship the new one. Because you know how the warranty takes forever. So I just got another one right off on taxes. Soul Rebel Studio said the internet is the best when unfiltered. Faces of Death is best and worst of times. By the way, Shanny, how much till Fight Milk? We already hit Fight Milk. We're $3.90 from Double Fight Milk.
Oh my God.
I hear some of these stories sometimes, and I just want to be Leon from Leon the Professional. No women, no kids, and ice those bees. Hot diggity damn, son. Oh my gosh, man.
And James Fairbanks.
Catastrophic. That's nice. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, man. For some reason, I was watching, dude. When I was a kid, I would watch Faces of Death all the time.
Yeah,
and then I hit a certain age where I was like, wait, I don't like this anymore. Like, I really don't care for this anymore. Certain age, I'm like, wait a second. It's like you almost can understand human life at that point when you can kind of fathom the what is the word? the finality of it.
For me, it was when I realized that people don't die right away.
Yeah.
And like, and so for me, it's not the gore that gets me. It's not the violence that gets me. It's the fear and empathizing with the fear and the horror that some death brings to people. And this cemented for me a little while back. I was driving to pick my kid up from his church activities, and it was winter time, and I'm driving, and just up the normal road I always drive up, and I have to stop. And what had happened was someone had gotten into a little fender bender at this weird intersection where it's almost like a blind intersection. The road's 65 miles an hour. And so they had turned, and then they bumped someone. And then it was an old man and his wife, and they had, gotten out of car to assess the damage. And then another car came up, and their lights, the lights were off on the other car, so they didn't see him. So he just plowed in, and the old man and the wife and his wife were like, when I pulled up, I rolled down my window because there's a guy running around shirtless, and it's like 4 degrees out, right?
Yeah. And
he looked fine though, because he lived right by there, and he saw everything happen. And I could hear them dying. Like this old couple who had been there forever. I could hear them like moaning and like trying to talk to each other and dying in the road. And I was like, I don't want to die in the fucking cold on the street, man. That is some bullshit. And like, just knowing how long that shit took, that's what really sunk it in for me, where I was like, oh fuck, it's not this simple thing. Like, I'll take being crushed by a damn hydraulic press in one shot, just bam, and you're gone. Like you're missed. You're evaporated. I'll take that. I'll take the bullet right through the back of the head with lights out. Okay. But fuck me if I have to sit there and lay dying in the cold, hearing my the last gasps of my loved one at the same time. Fuck.
Oh no. Absolutely not, man. Tell me something. So this is the thing. I talked to Anna about this way too long the other night. So before you met Lady Rackets, how was your generation of dating, which I think we're in the same
terrible,
but
I say terrible because like I didn't do it very much at all. I had one girlfriend in high school, and that didn't last long because I was hanging out with my boys. They were at my house. We were playing Street Fighter or whatever. It wasn't Street Fighter at that time. I'd have been in either 10th or 11th grade. So we're talking 98. So I'm playing whatever we're playing in 98, something on PlayStation, probably Twisted Metal. And this bitch kept calling me, and she was cute. She was this goth chick. Her name was Christy, and she had big tits, and we'd been to the movies a couple times or whatever. But she kept calling me, and I was like, "Hey, girl, we talked on the phone all the time. I had a phone in my room, and I was like, I'll call you back. But right now my friends are over, and so I can't really talk. Like, I'm hanging out with my buddies and we're doing stuff. I can't talk right now." And she called me right back after that. And I'm like, "Listen, I just told you, like, I'm hanging out with my friends. I can't talk to you right now. I'm going to talk to you tonight for like 3 hours." Like, cause we were talking every night for multiple hours on the phone. And I said, if you call, she, hung up. She calls me back. I said, if you call me again, I'm going to break up with you. So I hang up the damn phone. She calls me back at this, and I said, "Fine, we're done. I'm not putting up with this shit." And that was my high school dating, was that one relationship, and it was not a long time. And then I didn't really care too much about dating in high school, because it's like, this is pointless. Most of us are going to go to college. It's going to be this big fucking mess. So then I didn't think about it, and then I went to college, and I met Lady Raggets, and she didn't date me right away. She had just come out of a relationship, and she's like, "I'm not ready for something." And I was like, "Well, okay." But I hung around her all the time. Like, we became very much best friends right away.
Yeah.
And we were hanging around because, I mean, she wasn't dating me. She wasn't dating anybody at all. Like, she just wasn't into that. And so, and it became very apparent that it was going to happen as soon as she was willing to just change the label, and so we were, this is like August, and we were pretty heavily involved by September. And then in December, we were officially dating, but everybody fucking knew at the time. But in that meanwhile, I went on a couple dates that were terrifying. So that was fun. I accidentally went on a date with a chick. That was good.
Oh my! I've done that. I've done that once.
I was late and scrambling around my room, and she called me. I'm looking for something. She calls me up and she's like, "Hey, do you want to go get dinner at this this place called El Tapatio? I think is what it was called, or El Tapatio, some Mexican place in Marshall." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And we're sitting there at dinner, and I'm like, she's talking to me, and she's like smiling a lot. Her name was Nikki. She was super nice, and I realized while she was talking, I was like, "Oh, this is a date." Oh, fucking hell. I am not into this at all. Like,
yeah,
she was nice. And she was cute or whatever. It wasn't like she was hideous or not. I was already into Lady Rackets at the time. And I was not looking for her. And so I paid for dinner like a gentleman, and then I never talked to her again.
Well, goddamn. Yeah. I accidentally went on a date, but it was way more egregious and accidental. I had a crush on this girl named Ashley.
Oh,
and she worked.
All the Ashleys I've ever known have been giant.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're getting there. So, we worked at Piggly Wiggly together, and she had a fat ass, and she wasn't like bone skinny, but she was probably like 140, maybe, I don't know. She looked good, and especially for me at the time because I was a little fat kid. So I'm like, I hear from a coworker she has a crush on me, I have a crush on her, whatever. So I get her number, name her in my phone Ashley. Mm-hmm. Well, I text her like later that day, and I'm like, "Hey, we should hang out Friday." And she's like, "Okay, cool." She's like, "That's awesome." Hell yeah.
Ashley, wasn't it?
So I show up to the address she gives me, and it's a freaking different Ashley I knew from high school, and I had saved Ashley in my phone twice. And
you can't do that. You gotta add tags or whatever.
Well,
to your
I was
names.
I was a dumbass. I was a very big dumbass. I was 16 years old, and this girl walks out, and she's buttergolem as hell, and she's like, she's a carrot top ginger, like carrot top ginger,
but like a fat one.
Yeah, like clowny.
Because look, I'm gonna say it, Camelot. Redheads are. I know they're soulless monsters, but God made them so perfect that they didn't need souls. That's what he did. He blessed the world with gingers, but then he also tempered it by making them horrific creatures that are evil. He did that to punish all of us. He's like, look, they're like the tree, right? That Adam and Eve had, where he's like, you can eat the fruit, but you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah,
it's going to happen to you. That's what redheads are. But fat redheads they're like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, dude, man.
It's like the saddest Shakespearean play I've ever heard.
So
but that's the end of what is it, King Richard or whatever? It's like, and a fat redhead walked by. It's like, oh no, it's way worse.
Yeah. She made me drive her around to see her like random friends at trailer parks. And then she tried to like make out with me, and I like turned away, and she tried to grab my junk, and then I dropped her off at her house, and I never talked to her again. And the other Ashley found out that I went on a date with that Ashley, because it's a small town, and she hated me, and I never even got the chance to hang out with her. It was the worst thing ever. She was like, "I don't like you anymore," and I'm like, "Oh my God, I didn't mean to. You don't understand. It was I mistext the wrong." And she, of course, he don't believe that shit. God, dude, it was a nightmare. Who cares about a butterface when you got a paper bag and imagination? As long as you got a body, I'm gonna stick it. Damn, Soul Rebel won't give a shit what you look like.
He don't
discriminate, baby. Just flower that bitch down. Flower her down, find a wet spot.
Oh no, God, no. Okay, look, I can almost get behind the hot body and the no face thing. Like I'm not sure on that one, but no, if there's too much squish when I grab the dough, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, dude.
Like
I like a little bit of that love handle. you know, a little bit of that ass be jiggling, a little bit love handle, like a little bit of that lat, a little bit of squish there, you know. I like all that.
Little bit.
But when you reach and then it's like that, and it's like warm and like it's wet because it's in their crevice of their roll.
It's been stuck to other skin all day.
Yeah,
that's not good.
When
no,
you
can't do that.
When your skin is darker because it doesn't have sun exposure in your rolls, that's the line I got to draw. I draw that line, dude.
I had one more college story that I thought of. So this was awkward. So I was in college algebra, and like I understand algebra, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And the way our class was set up, he gave you 3 options for your grade, and he just gave you the highest grade, whatever it was. Our teacher was like a terrified autistic person. So he gave you 3 options for your grade. If you got whatever your grade on the midterm was, or the final exam, or your homework cumulative grade. So if you weren't a person who could test well, you just do all the homework and get a good grade. If you took tested well on either of the tests, it was fine. I got like an A- on my midterm test. So I was like, fuck off. I don't care about the rest of college algebra for the rest of the semester. But I was in a study group. This was before Lady Raggets came to the school I was at. So this is the year before. And I was in this study group with a couple people, and there's this one girl, her name was Ginger, and she was super nice. I liked her as a friend. And we hung out and did study group or whatever. I was not attracted to her at all. She was a hairstylist. And she said, hey, if you want a haircut, just come on by the place in the mall, sit you down, give you a haircut, for free or whatever. And I was like, cool, man. She is halfway through cutting my hair, Camelot.
Oh, no.
Hey. Yeah, what's up? So I was just thinking, we get along really well, and I was thinking maybe we could go out sometime. My balls went into my stomach because what do you say? She's got scissors on your hair, which is only half cut, and she might stab them in your neck, right? And I made the dumbest decision of my life. I said, I'm not really into you that way.
So what happened?
And nothing. She finished the haircut and didn't charge me.
Oh my God. She was hanging on to hope.
Okay. So you know that theory in Loki where every time there's a decision, a separate universe is created?
Yeah.
That's what actually happened. Right there. Because there was the other universe that I was living in. That's where I died that day, Camelot. And then this one was the less probable outcome.
Oh, it's like Schrodinger's cat. Is that what that's called? Yeah. Apocalypse life hacks and racing schools also teach escape and evasive driving. Yeah, but like if you're I guess if it's before the apocalypse, you could do that. I'm like, after the apocalypse, no one's going to come to your school. They're just going to come kill you and take your cars. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you guys. We might actually hit double fight milk. We're 320 away. I can't do the math. Appreciate you guys.
I'm like trying to get up the stones to join you on this, and I just can I'm like, this sounds so disgusting.
That would break the internet. Yeah, because I've been doing it for years. The only other person that did it was Tiny One Badger, and I think Derek Cuda did it. And if some people have done it at our meetups. Yeah.
Okay, refresh me on this again. So how much milk is in this?
It's just like a glass of milk, whatever you can handle.
Like a 16-ounce glass of milk, or like
whatever
an 8-ounce
you can handle.
I
use these. These are my glasses I have in my house, and I fill the milk up to like right there.
Oh, so an 8-ounce, like a cup of milk, basically.
Right.
And then 8 ounces of milk.
The eggs will make it come up to like here, and then I just top it. I top it off with some shit. That's what, and then I just down it. It's easier than you think, I think. But I've done
but when you say the eggs will bring it up to here, I'm like, oh God, it's so fucking foul.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty wild, dude. No, man. Speaking of
what do you top it with? You top it with liquor, right?
Yeah, I got some Sailor Jerry sitting here.
What is Sailor Jerry?
It's like rum, I think. I think it's rum. I don't know. My friend left it at my house like 2 months ago.
Camelot.
I just drink whatever, man.
Why are you?
I don't know, man.
That is, well, I think it's like rum or something. I think maybe, I don't even know. It's something liquory as far as I
something
can tell.
liquory. It's something dark and I don't know. It gets me messed up. Yeah, I know. But that dude, that reminds me, your college story. I got a story that's pretty wild. This is gonna be. I'm gonna let everybody in the chat know before I say this, and also Casey, you crazy bastard, I love you. I appreciate that. Dude, Casey's going hard as hell tonight, by the way. Pink's over. He's just trying to peer pressure you, though. He don't even care about me. He's just he's super chatting, saying, do it, Nick. He doesn't even say, hey, Cody, nice hair. Thank you, Casey. I love you. LP Dirty T, do it, Nick. Will possibly go wrong. Love you. Appreciate you. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, God.
7 eggs was the best. That was the time that Patrick Power wanted me to throw up, and I almost did.
7 eggs is foul. I'd have to, if I'm going to try this, I have to have a bucket with me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just don't throw up on camera because YouTube gets pissed. Well, it's after 2 hours. Does it matter? I don't know. Trent Westbrook, I love you. I appreciate you. 7 eggs is the best. That was the worst for me, but it was probably the best for you guys. Trent with 2 pink boys back to back. These guys are going ham as hell. Do it, Nick. Everybody super chat at the same time saying, do it, Nick. No, that's definitely not me trying to just scam. They call me scam a lot for a reason, right?
It's not a grift. What are you talking about? How could that possibly be a grift?
Oh my God. All the proceeds go to the Famelot Ferrari fund. So yeah, dude. No, so I was 18, 19. I think I was 19 maybe. And I had broke up with my first like sexual relationship girlfriend. She was like an emo girl. She was hot at the time. I look back now and she probably wasn't that hot, but she was thin. That's all that matters.
Dude,
so,
I love that emo look. I really
like
it. I get nostalgic about that shit.
Yeah, dude. I had one of them. And
have you I know you don't like listen to this genre of music, but have you heard the song Emo Girl by Machine Gun Kelly?
No, I have not.
It makes me wistful.
Oh, you need to DM that shit to me then.
Yeah, I got it. I'll send you the fucking video.
Poor man's eggnog, yes. How much for bucket goal?
Oh,
fried hamsters did it. Do it, Nick. Thank you. I appreciate you, fried hamsters. Yeah, so I was 19 years old, hanging out with this, I just broke up with my emo girlfriend because she was wild. Dude, she'd slap me if I even looked in the direction of that happened to have a female in the direction. She'd slap me as hard as she could and almost freaking knock me out. So I broke up with her because she was crazy. And I was hanging out with girls, or trying to, I didn't know what I was doing. I was freaking stupid. I hung out with this girl, right? This is my first experience of this. It's a girl I had a crush on for a long time. And she said I was like a brother to her. But I was a fat guy. I lost like 100 pounds or 80 pounds or something. And now suddenly she likes me. Weird how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, oh, you're not fat anymore. I like you. So she comes to my house. I finally hang out with her and she comes to my house. And like she's laying in bed with me and she slips her drawers off. And I'm excited, right? Because keep in mind, I'm like a kid. I'm like 18, 19. I think I was 18. And I've had a dude. I remember when Elder Scrolls Oblivion came out. The week it came out, I was on the phone with this girl. Right, I was just on the same girl I'm talking to you about right now. I was on the phone with her playing Oblivion for hours. But
dude,
she was
I played the shit out of Oblivion when it came out.
I was 16 years old and I was fat, and I was talking to her on the phone and playing Oblivion. But she was like, "Hey, you're like a brother to me. I never think of you like that." I'm like, "All right, cool." Well, I lost weight, and now she's at my house and she's taking her drawers off. So it's come full circle. She slips her drawers off, right? And her junk, this is the first time I've ever experienced this, was like the bog of eternal stench. And it did not smell it didn't smell like gross, slobber pocket. It smelled like something else, like chemical, like spill. And dude, and now look, keep in mind I'm 18, so I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I slip on, a flesh balloon. And I slip on the condom.
Might have want to put on 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, dude. And thinking back, it might have melted my shit off, and it terrifies me to think about. But she goes, she climbs up and starts going ham, and then I just fake after like a minute or two. I just fake that I'm like, oh, and then she climbs off of me, and dude, I was like, I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I didn't know this was a thing, and I've never to this day had that stench, and it sucks, man. I don't know if it's her fault or not, but God, it was rough.
It's her fault.
And then
it's her fault. You know why?
Yeah.
Garden hoses exist. Just cram that in there and turn that thing on, and then don't leave. Don't leave until all. Have you ever seen when they? I saw this video the other day where they had a truck and they put a rope and they ran it in one of these like pipes that went under like some earth, like in a ditch, a ditch pipe, and they put a car tire. They tied the rope around the car tire on the other end, and the truck drove, and it drug the car tire and the rope through, and it pulled out all that goop that was built up in that drainage ditch pipe. Do that. Do that. Whatever is in there needs to come out. And get an exorcism from a priest or whatever. Like, gee, the power of Christ compels your head.
Throw some holy water on it. That even helped. Shit.
Read that out. Get it out. Ew.
Oh my god. Yeah. So plot twist, right? You ready for the M. Night Shyamalan?
Mhm.
So a few years later, I see a post on Facebook, and it's from like the mom or someone that's related to this girl.
She died from whatever was in her vagina.
No, but the guy she was dating came home from work one day and just blew her head off.
Holy shit.
And I was like, oh my God. And everybody's like, well, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. And I'm like, oh my God, that girl had an awful life. And I just feel like, I just think about it. I'm like, God, that sucks. God, that blows. She had everything was awful. It just sucks, man.
Man.
Poor
that's a sad
girl.
story.
Yeah. And dude, she used to come to my GameStop. She was like 15 and I was like 16 or 7. I was 17. She was 15, I think. She used to come to my GameStop, little emo girl. And she was, and God damn, man. And then now she ain't got a head. It's like, fuck, it just blows my damn mind. Q Revere says, isn't the Tesla truck designed around the apocalypse? Bulletproof windows, radiation proof, air filtration. Just wanted to throw some love. EMP would destroy that in 2 seconds, so it doesn't really matter. But they do look weird. Shit. They look awful. I just got me a brand spank 6.7 Cummins Dodge 2500, and it looks like it was crafted by Jesus. I don't know what it's a beautiful it's a beautiful truck.
I saw a picture of it. It's a good looking
beautiful.
truck.
And I'm like, I see
Dodge, right?
Yeah. The 6.7 Cummins, big motherfucker. And because it'll go forever, and that's the goal.
If I was gonna get a truck though, like for me, have you seen those Ford F650s? The Super Cruisers?
No. Oh, I gotta Google this.
They're
Hold on.
comically big.
Ford F650? Ford
Yeah.
F650. Let's see. Holy shit. Oh my God. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
They have one that's like crewed out too. It's called the Super Cruiser, I think. The CREWZER.
Oh, what is it called? Cruise?
Super Cruiser. Here, I'll pull up.
Oh, I see it. What the F?
It's a semi truck, basically.
It's just a semi. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've got
little squatted semi.
The Super Cruiser that they did was I don't know if they even make them anymore. I don't think so, but they have like dual 130-gallon tanks and they've but the Super Cruiser one was made to be a truck for like you put your kids in or whatever. So yeah, 207 model year 2007. Here's one for sale. It's only got 7,600 miles on it. It's a 2007 with a V8 engine in it. Fuck.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at that big bitch. Why is it so small on my screen?
Here, hold on. Let me pull up this one. This one's a little bit this is a good picture of one.
It's just a big old semi, dude. Is that Memology in the chat? What the hell?
What's up, Memology?
Memology's in my chat. That's when you know you've made it.
Look at this thing.
Damn, you know what?
Behind it is like an SUV.
Yeah.
That's how big that truck is. It is monstrously huge.
I kind of want it. I think I love it. It looks kind of badass. It looks, you know what that bitch is? That's your apocalypse vehicle.
Yep.
That you could hit a whole school of children. They all flying.
Can mount machine guns on that shit. You can mount rocket launchers on it.
God, dude.
Down here in the down here, these steps, these are gas tanks on either side. This thing carries so much fucking gas.
Jesus. I love it. I want it. I want some more of it. Yeah, but how much are they? Like a gajillion dollars, probably.
I don't know what they fucking cost.
Dude, like for my truck that I just got, that's new.
Look at this though. Ford GT.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's never
an old Shelby Cobra.
Shit. I mean, you never know for you one day. My ass ain't ever getting that bitch though. I would love one though. Oh my god, it's a monster.
Look at how
It
big
looks like literally like a cartoon like show that has a truck on it that's big.
it's like a kid was like, I'm gonna draw a big truck, put comical size wheels on the bottom of it.
Love
This
it.
thing is so big.
Oh my god.
That
look at it.
07 interior.
Yeah,
it looks
dude.
like garbage. You'd have to
Love
get this redone, make it look nice, but
I kind of like it. It just looks what
why are the
it's Middle
floor
Eastern.
mats written in Arabic?
Well, you already know.
Oh, weird. Why is the truck bed full of fertilizer and bleach? Yeah, that's the back seat. Look at that.
Jesus.
That
You
back
fold
seat.
that bitch down and sleep in it. It's a big old bitch right there. God damn. Whew. Love it. One day I'll get me a Ford 650. Even got
This thing
TVs
even
and
had-
shit.
Jesus. That steering wheel is the worst part of this car, though.
Yeah, like they
Like,
couldn't do
it look-
anything else. Like
Well, like, guys, we used every other part on this truck. What do we got left? Oh, let's get the steering wheel from a Ford Taurus and put it on this monster of a truck.
Jesus.
Oh God.
It's got a little TV. Yeah,
The
I
backup
like it.
cameras. Yeah.
One day. It's even got a little
Those wheels.
tray for bodies for some reason.
These are probably like 28-inch tires.
Yeah.
It's even a
Wow.
no nut truck. No
nut. Memology says, shout out to the up and coming YouTuber who is also a lawyer. That guy called Rekieta. Good dude.
Hey, what's up, Memology? I'm glad you got your channel back, buddy. You
Yeah,
had a
dude. I
rough
saw that.
fucking-
I just one
Yes.
day I just saw like a crypto channel on my thing, and I was like, "What's happening
Yeah.
right now?" And then I saw, of
Yeah.
course, I saw it on Twitter, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, I know what's happening." Oh, I know what's
don't
happening
watch
now.
Bullshit.
Yeah, dude. But just to put it in perspective, my Dodge that I just bought, new, like they're like 70 to 80 grand. It is wild.
Yeah, they're fucking
Wild.
crazy.
I got it used, and it was nearly half, a little over half of that, just for used.
What year
Yeah.
was it?
I said mine's a 2018, I think. So it's fairly
Shit.
new, and it has not many miles on it, and it's pristine condition, pristine. So, but yeah, God, yeah, that's dude. I was actually going to talk about that in the stream today. The memology popping in. I put it in the title, scamming, dude. I've noticed, and people are messaging me all over the place that those reply comments are back with the WhatsApp saying, "Hey, you just won. Click here." And it takes your profile picture and replies into people's like comments in your YouTube videos, and
Mhm.
people are falling for it.
Yeah,
What are you
don't you
Yeah.
didn't win shit. If anybody ever calls you up, it's like, hey, by the way, you won stuff, and you're like, I didn't even sign up. You didn't win.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to tell you. You did not win.
no, no, they just keep falling for it. They just keep damn falling for it. Trent Westbrook, love you. Casey, I love you. Yeah, dude. But I'm glad memology got it back. I wonder how that works. So that's a completely different thing. Do you have any idea how someone can get access to your YouTube account?
The way they tend to do it. So do you get those scam emails for ad buys from like Czechoslovakia and shit?
Yeah, of course.
I have a feeling it's related to not necessarily those, but something like that. So they fish your YouTube channel, and then or they'll do a thing like, oh, you need to sign into your YouTube. So for me, I'll say this, but I won't say what it is. My YouTube channel is not on my public email address. It's on a completely separate one. So if I get like a YouTube email or something that looks like a YouTube email at my business email address, it's listed everywhere, I go, oh, okay. So that's where
Yeah.
something's trying to scam me. And I think that's how they get to a lot of people. I don't know how they fucking got to memology. You never know. But all it takes is one misclick even.
Yeah.
So it's it bothers the shit out of me. I don't like it at all.
I mean, could you imagine? Like that would be the end of my ass. I'd be done. Like it'd be over because
Yeah.
shit, dude. That terrifies the living hell out of me.
Mhm.
Hell, Vera says memology clicked on one of those porn links. Oh, damn. Happens to me all the time. Live nudes. It's like there's real girls in your city and they want to have sex with you. I'm like, really?
They don't.
Click. Where did my bank account go? Oh yeah, it's because they didn't want to actually have sex with me. They just wanted it was actually a dude in Zimbabwe. Tech Crisis says, I wonder what the gas mileage is on the 650. God damn.
7.
Yeah, something like that. Something
Here's
redonkulous.
one. So I'm finding a straight frame. So this one is not the super. I don't know if they do the super cruisers anymore, but here's one of these things with the frame on it. You can put like different back ends on them, right?
Yeah.
75 grand is a base MSRP. So net price on this one is a 2022 87,605.
That's not as high as I thought it would be.
But all it is, I mean, it's just the truck cab, and then the back end is nothing. Like it doesn't exist. It's like I said, it's for trailers. I think. It's like, but I want one of those super cruisers. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude. My truck's already really big, and driving it's a little. I'm getting used to it because it's like driving a freaking giant boat. You're having to, and like there's little bitty cars that look like babies. So you're like, it's weird. It's weird as hell.
What do you think about the Lightning and these electric trucks?
They
seem like shit to me. The Ford Lightning, it's
electric. Yeah. I'm
electric engine truck.
Not interested in electric anything. Never will
be.
They
can't tow shit.
Nope. It's like getting a V8 to tow. The gas mileage drops to like 3 miles per gallon. Yeah, I don't just can't do the electric stuff, man.
I towed a trailer with a golf cart type thing in it from my in-laws in my Navigator. I mean, the gas mileage, it was like 8 miles a gallon. And you're driving this thing and it just fucking like it sucks. I don't like towing shit at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, the electric ones, you cannot do it. I mean, the towing, everybody who's done it, the towing cuts like the range in half on them. And it's like, well, how the range on this thing's only, so the Ford Lightning I'm looking at, the range on it is 240 miles. So if you tow, it's 120 miles.
That's
effectively.
What even make it to a fourth of one of my races.
Right. And it's like, and then you'd have to sit and charge this fucker up for 40 minutes. Every 100 miles, if you can even find a charging station that often.
Yeah, so my Dodge will make it all the way to North Carolina with my race car and trailer in one fill up.
There you go.
Easy. That's why I got it. I rented a V8 one time in the same car and I had to fill it up 5 times on the way there and 5 times on the way back. So I was like, nope. So I went for the diesel for sure.
Yeah.
Tell me about, because I want to know, because I've went through some shit and I know you went through some shit that was identical to it. Tell me about the people that were like, for whatever reason, personally offended that you bought a car.
It's a long story. They're personally offended about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, they call it a midlife crisis. What they missed was I said it was a midlife crisis. I said I was intentionally doing my midlife crisis. After Johnny Depp, I was burned the fuck out. Like it was so much streaming and it was a lot of money and I was great growth for the channel and everything. But I was just worn out, completely exhausted every day. And it was really tough. And the light at the end of the tunnel, Johnny Depp ended late June, I think. And the light at the end of the tunnel was Matsuri in late July. And I was just like, I just got to get to Matsuri. Right. But, so I was like, I'm going to enter my midlife crisis intentionally. And that's where kind of the car search started. And I was looking at Corvettes. I was looking at Hellcats. They're all hard to find. I ended up by happenstance finding this Ford GT500. And I was like, it's beautiful. It's loud. It's fast. It's perfect. And it's here. I can buy it. So I ended up buying it. And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't like flaunt money or anything. I'm open about it. I make a lot of money on YouTube. That should be obvious. It's public. You can go to Playboard and see how much people make on super chats. You just go all super chats on every channel that makes like any appreciable amount of money are tracked. You can go on Playboard and look it up. So it's not like a secret or anything like that. but I finally got to a place where I could buy a fast car, and I've wanted a fast car since I was 8. When I got to the point where I could start affording a fast car before I had kids, and I had to have 2 cars big enough to have enough car seats in them for kids. And so I still couldn't have a fast car, even though now I finally can. I could afford to have a third car that's just like not utilitarian, right?
Yeah.
It's not a utility car. It's a pure fun car. And I don't know what it is, but people got really pissed off about that. But it's wrapped up in everything else, man. I angered a bunch of people. Some of them were really old fans, and other people were just angry about whatever. And so then at that point, for those people, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to make them happy. So there's no reason to do it. But then I talked about, this is my next mistake, I guess, when I got sued, which I think I got sued after I bought the car. I can't remember the exact timeline. It was but it was like right at the same time I bought the car. I got sued, and I talked about how expensive lawsuits are. And I said, I'm thinking about crowdfunding it. Some people want me to crowdfund it a lot, but I don't know, or whatever. People are like, didn't you just buy a car? It's like, well, yes, but I did just buy the car. It's not like I can unbuy it.
Yeah.
And also this lawsuit is bullshit. So it's not like I made some silly decision and then with some foreseen thing that is valid. Like, the lawsuit isn't valid, but the lawsuit has already cost me a lot of money, and I've paid all of it out of my own pocket. I haven't like crowdfunded or whatever, but people are like, can't believe you bought a car. You're retarded. But it's like, what do you want, man? Like, when you can afford a nice thing that you've wanted forever, don't you get it for you? Like, don't you do that? So I don't know, but yeah, that pissed people off so fucking much. And the other thing, about cars and the internet in general, this is not limited to cars. You know this. You buy anything on the internet, everybody's like, retard, you should have bought this other thing.
Yeah.
And there is no right. There's no right thing you can buy. Like, when I bought this mic, you should have bought an SM7B. If I'd have bought an SM7B, you should have bought an RE20. It's like, oh, fuck off. Like, it's impossible to make people happy.
Yeah.
With that.
We were talking last night where I was like, yeah, I'm terrified to tell people my daily driver is like a 5.0 Mustang, because they're like, oh, what do you mean? Like, it's like, what Hellcats are better, or why would you ever want a V8? Like, it's like, why would you not have an SUV? Why would you not have a truck? I'm like, bro, I just have the thing, all right? And the same shit happened to me when I bought my race car. So I financed like my race car because I've always wanted to have like a NASCAR Cup car. I know it's really weird, but I've always wanted it. I thought that was never going to happen. Like, there was no way. But I found one that was reasonably priced, so I bought the son of a bitch. And I dealt with a troll campaign for like a year and a half as a result. I got swatted. And I wrecked it at Daytona because, that's what you do when you wreck the hell out of them sometimes. So I wrecked it at Daytona. And like 4 or 5 of the people that I know from my mods were like, hey, dude, just make a GoFundMe. And I'm like, I don't want to do that because people are going to get pissed. But I ended up doing it. We made the money. And I said anything extra will go towards either my 24 car, which is my other race car, or brakes for my 12 car. So one guy, his name is Karis. He's goated. He donated enough for brakes. It's like $4,000.
Whoa.
That's how much they cost for those freaking cars. And I was like, holy shit. And then I closed the campaign. And I fixed my car and I bought brakes, and that was the end of it. Dude, there was a dude, and he commented on my video, like one of my new videos, like a week ago, saying, like, I still can't believe you got away with scamming people, like, for your race cars. Like, well, I'm like, it just blows my, like, for one, like, people willingly did that, and I was blessed, and I can't believe people did that. I'm so damn thankful. But why are people so angry about what people do with their money?
I don't know, dude.
Like, I'll never understand it.
It's not just their money. It's what you do with your life. And then the weird thing is, this is the condition of being a streamer, is that people get to know us a little bit. Like, I'm me. When you when you encounter me on a stream, you encounter me in real life, you're getting the same thing. It's the same product wherever you are. It's the same guy. Like, I'm not putting on a show. or whatever. I mean, certainly there would be moments where like I'm hamming my personality up a little bit, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like you can't act through all of this or you'll hate yourself. You want to blow your brains out because it's so like you're on screen all the time and you don't have someone writing your lines down. So you just have to kind of carry it with who you are. If you're trying to be a chameleon or act through all that, it's going to be really, really difficult. Some people do it for a temporary period of time and they usually end up burning out and they hate their lives. But so for me, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm just me. But the thing is, you can only ever get to know so much of someone through a screen or whatever. So your brain has to fill in gaps about how this shit works out. There's a guy in the chat mad that I'm talking about this right now. Like he's literally mad because you asked me the question and I've been answering the thing. He's like, why are you even talking about this? I'm like, because it was
a question that was proposed.
Okay. Anyway, but it's so fucking weird. This is the weird shit. Like, why would you even do this? I don't know. Why did you ask the question?
Yeah.
So there's only so much you can get to know someone, but your brain, what it does is you pick up on traits and trends about someone and you fill in a backstory because you try and categorize people automatically. It's this thing that we do. You don't like incomplete stories. And so you fill it in with your assumptions, your ideas, your inferences. But if people make inferences about you and then you betray those inferences, even if you didn't try to, because you didn't make that story, they did, then they get mad that you betrayed them. It's like, but I didn't say that to you. Like, I didn't present that to you. Like you did. So like a bunch of people were always like, Nick's like a traditional conservative. I'm like, dude, I've always been a libertarian since I've been on the internet. I was a libertarian back in college is when I changed from conservative to libertarian. And I've always been a libertarian, degenerate, like in some ways. And then in other ways, kind of traditional. But I don't care what other people do. That's been who I am. People are like, but you have 5 kids and you go to church. Like, yeah. But that doesn't mean I believe the same things as you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean I lived in the same way as you. So then they're like, well, how can you go out to a bar? Or how can you go out to a dance club? Or how can you go to an underwear party? It's like, well, because like, I just don't have a problem with those things and I find them fun. But it also doesn't mean that I'm having like extramarital sex or anything like that. Like it's just a thing that I do that you don't agree with. And that's fine. But like people are like, you betrayed me.
Personally.
Like, but
dude, oh my God. I saw a clip.
It's weird.
I saw a clip channel or something that posted where they just went off the deep end and started posting negatively about you or whatever. And the comments are just wild. It's like, and he calls himself a Christian. And I'm like, wow, because he's talking about like pisser smashing on a stream. I'm so confused. Like, it's wild. And then, dude, and I'm in the comment section too. Like, I see people talking about me and talking about how I'm a gross degenerate. And I'm like, I agree with that though. So like, you can't hurt me. I agree.
And like, am I a degenerate? Yeah. You could, if you go back into the back catalog, you can pick up on it several times throughout it. I think things are funny that are awful. I've always been into sex and sexuality. I think those are great. Sex is one of my favorite things on the entire planet. I happen to have one person that I engage in that with, but that's my life. But when you talk about those things, people get like mad that you acknowledge that aspect. And it's like, well, but I don't know what to tell you other than, I mean, that's who I am. But I'm not trying to like betray you or harm you. This is a window into me because we talk for hours and hours and hours every day, every week. And you're gonna get some of that from time to time. I try not to flood the streams with it, but sometimes what's on your mind is what's on your mind.
Dude, when I released my first Tinder Stories video, holy shit, dude, because it did way better than I ever expected. Like, I've never, dude, I talk about companies and then I released it and it got like 30K views. Like immediately, I'm like, oh fuck. I was getting DMs from girls that I've been watching you for years. And like, I can't believe your disgusting mouth talking about women as objects. And I'm like, well, for one, it's a comedy. It was a comedy bit I was doing. And I'm telling these stories that have happened to me, but it's a
Right.
comedy bit. Like I'm doing it in a funny way because I enjoy, you know, that's the point. And it's like, dude, I was responding to these girls. I stopped responding eventually, but I was like, look, this isn't nothing personal against you. It's like I love women. I just thought it was, you know, I thought it was fun to talk about these experiences because a lot of people have these experiences. Dude, people were shit because they thought they're like, you were like, you've changed. And I'm like, I had never changed. I've always talked about this shit. It's the people that don't watch my streams. Like, because obviously, if I'm talking about GameStop or Best Buy in a video, I'm not talking about smashing pissers. But people will join my streams all the time, and they know what I talk about. They know what I generally believe, and they're like, "You've changed." It's like when I talked about the like vaccine thing, because I tried to not talk about it because you know how people are, and I wasn't passionate about either one side of it. I was just like, look, I am kind of lazy, not interested in going to get like a vaccine for something with a survival rate that high. Doesn't bother me. I live in Alabama, work from home, don't really care. That was pretty much my thought process. Dude, there was people messaging me and they would join my streams and they'd be like, I can't believe you put people's mothers and family at risk. Like you're such a selfish human being. I thought you were a good person, but you're selfish and evil. And I can't believe I supported you or super chatted you. I'm like, what the fuck? For one, how does this affect you? And two, dude, I live in Alabama, like, and it also like, it's my choice, man. And and the unfortunate truth is when people messaged me and said that shit, it like the spot made me like, well, I'm never getting it now. Sorry. Like you done fucked up. Never now. I won't even consider that shit. By the way, Jay Lucky says I've always wanted to see Rekieta drink fight milk.
Yeah. Oh God. I guess are we at the double yet?
We're 250 away from the double, something like that.
Oh man, I don't know if I can. I'm not going to do a double, but if you do the double, I mean, I guess I could try the single.
Okay, yeah. If we hit double fight milk, then Nick will do single fight milk. There you go, 250 away. There's your challenge for the. I'm doing it regardless. So, Cody is atheist or apathetic. I don't know his former religious life. I never had one. I grew up in the South, and every one of my friends' parents made me go to church with them. My parents did not because they're from Illinois and California, so they never made me do anything. But my friends' parents made me go to church, and when the preacher would grab my head and speak in tongues and shake me and throw me, I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. Yeah, it was really weird. And then like old people grabbed me and hugging me and people crying, and like I couldn't do it. Now, no shame on anybody that does it. Dude, that's great. It's just not for me. It's not about that life. I don't know. I kind of like to just get drunk. Nick, the only stream my ex saw of you was the underwear one. Rest in peace. You had an underwear stream? Why did I miss this shit? Why wasn't I invited?
I don't know what I don't know what stream that is at all, actually.
Is that the one where you're in the tree in the Friday Night Tots
video? That wasn't underwear. Those were running shorts.
Oh my gosh. Casey says, do it, Nick. That's the only thing he said tonight. Do it, Nick. Still hasn't complimented my hair that I worked so hard on. Thank you, Casey. Again. And here it is, the Ferrari red. There it is. It's double fight milk night. It was the bald comment. Ferrari red. It was the bald comment. Oh wait, did I say something negative about bald people? I'm sorry, Trent. Look, that was a joke. I love bald people. I love how like their heads are so shiny.
I like how they're very aerodynamic.
Get that milk, Nick. Yeah, damn it. Thank you, Arno. Trent Westbrook with the biggest one of the night. Thank you so much, my beautiful friend. And Casey, damn, son. We got to do these things for these people. Now, before we do anything, I need to let everybody know that me and Nick have locals. And if you're not a part of those, which I'm sure you're part of Nick's because his locals is literally probably one of the better ones that exist on the platform. But if you're not, join his locals, join mine. I am like 30 supporters from 250, which I never even thought I'd get 100. Yeah. So get on it, doggone it. And don't forget that. And also don't forget our show. And wait, hold on. What happened? Did my channel just crash? What happened? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
What the hell? My whole screen's frozen. Is your screen frozen?
No, my screen's not frozen.
Oh, well, let me refresh this page and see what happens. Will it end the stream if I refresh?
No.
Okay.
If you can hear me, no, it won't.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's weird. Like, I wonder if I can just pull it up.
You might have to, it might kick you out of the studio and you might have to come back in.
Okay, let me try that. Here, let's just do something real quick.
Yeah, but the chat can hear and see you, so don't get naked.
Hey. We're good.
Or do.
I don't know what just happened. That was weird. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. I just pressed Control Alt Delete and then it like unfroze. Dude, everything was just froze. It was weird.
Sometimes that's how it fucking happens.
You,
hey, you got a locals tip.
You said it earlier too. You were like, sometimes shit just don't work. Yeah, Outlaw 2 says locals chat away. Take this chat to grift. Thank you, Outlaw 2. I appreciate you. So Megan Fox is in here. What's up? I'm bruised from brawl strapped. What? Wait, what? Why, Megan? What the fuck?
She fell.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm about to say, damn, girl, are you drunk? You just in my chat. Yeah, bro, I had a rough night. I had a guy come over. I'm bruised from ass. Like, damn.
Hey, I don't know if you heard, but the other Megan Fox might have just hit the market.
Yeah, I'm a DM her for sure. Shit. Hey, you want a very normal, almost successful, but not really a YouTuber as a boyfriend? I've always used a person's character to decide if that was someone that was a good person. I don't let disagreements or something online that offends me or rub me off. That's something to talk about. Bald head equals lighthouse. Brian. It's Brian. Dude, that dude's beautiful. This dude right here sent me, I think, his model shots. That's a beautiful son of a bitch. And he's bald. Who cares? Looks great. Maiden Iron says, I'm sending you some money so you can start saving up to get your gooch wax. Well, Maiden Iron, look, you can do it.
I love her. She's so fucking funny.
She looks gorgeous. You're more than welcome to do it for me. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, Maiden, I will fly you to Camelot to wax his ass.
Hell yeah. See, we're already making okay, so I need you to tell me, since this is my first time, I need to play music. And I have background music, but it doesn't do anything when I click play. What is that? On local or on StreamYard. So I press play. I hear it. You hear it? Why the fuck can't I hear it?
I don't know. Racism.
I have to hear it. I have to hear this shit. Doesn't make no damn sense.
Yeah, how can't you hear it? That's weird as fuck.
Is there like a wait? Hold on, let me try something.
Okay.
Let me try something real quick. Let me change my speakers to M audio. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but
Maiden Iron says I tried to send $20, but it didn't work. More money towards your gooch waxing.
Thank you, Maiden Iron. I appreciate you. I need that gooch wax. That's weird. I don't like how I can't hear that. It makes me sad. I want to hear. Is it muted? Hold on. Mute side. Nope. Don't know what it is. Don't know what that is.
Okay, so I don't. So because I listen to Machine Gun Kelly, Google decides I want all the news about him. So of course I read all of it.
Yeah.
So the rumor was that he was hooking up with his guitarist. And that's only relevant because have you seen his fucking guitarist?
Is he sexy? Hold on. Machine.
Her name is what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, dude.
This girl is.
Yeah, she got that, and she's got the conventionally attractive button nose, and yeah, she's beautiful.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah, dude, I would marry her, even though
her Instagram is just her playing guitar.
I don't even believe in that kind of. I don't even believe in marriage. Not really that I don't believe in it. I'm not interested, and I would literally marry her immediately as hard as I could.
And what's her fucking name again?
I can't believe I can't hear this. It makes me sad. I really want to.
What the fuck is her name? Not guitarist on a stupid guitar. Jesus. Sophie Lloyd is her name.
Sophie Lloyd. Well, I'm gonna message Sophie Lloyd. Hey girl.
I think hey girl. She might be married.
I don't give a damn.
I was gonna pull up her Instagram.
Two shits.
Here. I'll share her Instagram real quick.
I didn't mean to do that. Stop screen. There it goes. All right.
Here we go.
There it is. Boop. Yeah, dude. Look at her. Adorable. She's adorable.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, she got a face for days, man.
And she plays guitar and shreds, so you know.
That's dude. I'm good. I love playing guitar, dude. If I had a hot girl that looked like that and she could just sit down and play guitar with me, that'd be the most kick-ass thing I've ever experienced. Because I've never experienced that. It's always dudes that I play down with.
That's why I mentioned her to you. Actually, I was hoping you'd get married to her.
Oh fuck! I wish.
Look at this outfit. Oh my God.
I'm on DM her. Hey girl. I'm here. Yeah. I hear you're sexy and also play guitar. Would you like to?
I hear you're sexy and also play guitar. Oh my god.
Would you like a Southern man to eat your ass? Thank you. Skip my second super chat because of the refresh. If the interview with the underwear guy, my ex got the max level, a crazy person, and Drex. Drex is a rough one to start with. If it's your first stream.
This wasn't okay. He's saying the underwear guy, but who he means is the diaper fetishist.
The diaper fetishist.
This guy was a diaper fetishist, dude. So he sits around in diapers, like that's his thing to do, and he soils them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was wearing one on stream and he pissed in it.
Oh my god.
He didn't show us, so he said it.
How does this like content allowed? By the way. All right, let's see.
Why we didn't see any of that nonsense. He just talked about his fetish. God, it was really funny though, because Drex is sitting there he had a COVID mask on the whole time to hide his laughter because he was trying not to be disrespectful.
Yeah. So I have a question. Is there a way on here, since this is my first time, to play a video but not have the video playing and it's just us, but the audio is playing?
Okay, so like you share a screen.
Yes.
All right. And then when you see the little scenes that are on the bottom?
Yes.
Like you see how ours it's the two side by sides with the smaller ones. So you pull it up and then click on that and it'll shrink back to here and everything will be you should be able to hear it in the background.
Okay, let's do it. Let's try it. So first off is going to be Naked Snake because I have to do that because that's just how this works sometimes. So Naked Snake. There it is. Let's share my screen because it's such a good version of this song too. I've been using it for years. I used to use the original, then I got hit with that copyright claim every stream, and then I changed it to this one, which I prefer, and now I never get it anymore. All right, so here it is. Boom. Then there's the share, and there it is. Now I can't see nothing. There we go. All right, and then we just do this like that.
Well, you do that one, or you do that one,
and it just played. Man, dude, this is perfect. All right, cool.
I think we should be able to hear it when you do this.
All right, tell me if you can hear it. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I'm so happy. All right.
So we have to rip our shirts off now?
So we rip our shirts off. No, we rip the shirt off when the chorus hits. It's like then it's like I give my life not for.
Wait, is that the diaper fetishist in your chat? Undercover fetishist says our stream will haunt you forever, won't it? Is that you?
There's no way.
Dude, he was from my audience. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Is that you? Yeah, it's him. Hey, brother, how you doing? Whoo. Still wearing those Pampers, I hope.
Never change, my friend. Never change. All right, here we go. So,
when the chorus comes,
I'll just tell you when. I'll just be like, all right, let's do this. All right, Amy.
So I got to drop my headphone. Like I got to take the headphones off to do this, obviously. Because I got a cord.
Yes.
Are you cordless headphones?
Fuck, I did. Yeah, I realize that now. I guess I could just pop it off for a second though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I can get back into my headphones.
Yeah, here we go. All right, and yeah, I'll just put my headphones back on. All right, perfect. We're gonna do that shit. So this is what we do. This is gonna be the 117th stream in a row that we're doing this. I'm gonna sing it for Nick as he partakes in the Naked Snake duels. Naked Snake for the first time, literally ever. Anna didn't want to do it because she's a bitch. So
what a pussy.
Well,
what an absolute scrub Anna is. I'm calling her out. Anna, next time you're on Camelot show, you better get those girls out for Naked Snake. The fans need this in their lives.
Yeah, dude, break the internet. No, I honestly I didn't really ask her because I was, it was all very new. It was all very new, man. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. All right, and I respect Anna a lot. I don't respect many of the female creators because they all seem a little.
No, Anna's really good.
Anna's like
of
real.
Course, I'm kidding, and she knows it.
Yeah, she's real as shit. She's like in real life, she'd be like, haha, I ate dirt, and then on stream, she'll be like, haha, I ate dirt. It's like the same girl on and off, and I really respect when people are the exact same on shows and off. It's like really cool. All right, so where's my bandana? Here we go. So
I don't have bandana though. I got something for you. I'm ready.
I know what you're gonna. Yeah,
no, you don't. You're thinking of something else.
That would be hilarious. That would be damn blaspheming. This guy was dancing shirtless and had a Pope thing on. All right.
I would never do that. That'd be very offensive to wear a Pope hat while dancing on stream.
All right. So I'm gonna okay, let's do it. We're just gonna wing it. We're winging it, guys, in the chat. Make sure you like the stream for this in honor of Naked Snake and Naked Rekieta, Naked Rackets and Naked Snake, and then join on locals because he already got his car, but I need a Ferrari, so we need to go. So the grift is real. Here we go, boys. Let's do it. Oh yeah, is that loud enough for everybody in the chat?
I can hear it loud as fuck.
Is it loud, boys, in the chat?
I never even played this fucking game.
Beautiful. Just right. All right. Here we go, boys. Here we go. It's loud. Good. Here we go. Sounds normal. All right. It's time, boys. Get them lights up, boys. We're doing it. Here, I'm going to pop my headset off for 2 seconds.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night.
Ooh, what a thrill. Here we go.
I'm searching on melting.
She's already singing, Cody.
You don't have to sing, but here comes the shirt. Here
She's
it comes.
Already singing.
Oh, here it comes.
But you're so supreme.
I give my life not for honor, but for you.
Here we go.
Nick's got it, son. In my time, there been no.
This is the gayest thing I've ever done. I'm with it.
Oh, the hate channels are gonna come. It's gonna be clipped. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Time for the jiggling. Oh shit! Oh my god! Here goes. There it is. Look at the viewers dropping. Let's go. Oh my god. The final stretch, everyone. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Crime. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still a dream. Rekieta. 117th time in a row, and the 117th is the Rekieta. Naked Racket stream. Can you believe that?
Oh my god.
This is gonna be a fun one. I'm excited to see this clip. Hell yeah, thank you everyone for getting us there again. Amazing. Thank you guys for all your super chats. Love you. Hot diggity damn. We made it. Amazing. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Awesome.
I can.
Yeah, I don't foresee many other people doing that with me, but I appreciate you.
Also, the peace of Yahweh upon all of you.
Nice. Good job. All right, cool. So now we got to do
Fight milk.
fight milk.
I got to go upstairs to get my milk because I don't have.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have milk in my office. It's not a normal thing for me
Well, I
to
got
drink
it.
milk on streams.
I got it right here. Look at that.
Fairlife. Hey, that's what I'm drinking.
Yeah, that's what I rock. I gotta feed.
I
the
drink whole milk
machine.
though.
I usually do too, but I'm out of the whole milk, so I got the backup. I don't know why I have the other one. I'm gonna be honest. I just always have this as a backup. It's probably pretty old, but it's fine. One time it was chunky and almost died. But yeah, you can go ahead and get your milk.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna hop the stream up. Everybody get hyped. It's the first double
What, I gotta-
naked snake and first double fight milk.
I gotta keep my shirtless pick up. There we go.
It's beautiful. I doubt it. I doubt it. Fell off is ultra pasteurized. Thank you, Soul Rebel, by the way. Let's give Soul Rebel some love. He dropped 2
Wait a minute,
orange
wait a minute.
boys.
One thing I need to know. Am I supposed to crack the eggs into the milk on stream, or should I come downstairs? Like, should I come back with the milk and the eggs and the liquor in it together?
Whatever you prefer. I usually just do it on stream, but that's because I always have it sitting there.
Yeah, I'll just bring a trash bag or something. I'll be right back. Well, I got to put the eggshells somewhere, right? Like that's the issue.
Usually
I'll
they
be right
fall in
back.
my drink, unfortunately. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Soul Rebel, I love you. Stephanie Tam says, put it back on. How could you? Jay Lucky, Heliozone with the stripper monies. Appreciate you guys so much. Jana Mac, Back Goat, Helena, Mysterio, the mystery. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate Ginger Snap, James. Who's what we got? Jonathan Snakita. Snakey, that's great. I appreciate the shirtless dance. Thank you so much, Maiden Iron. I appreciate you, baby. So, CAMELCAST 003 has been massive, way bigger than I ever thought possible. We hit every lot goal. We hit every single super chat goal. Undamn believable. I appreciate you. Let's give Nick a shout out for being the ultimate bro and doing Naked Snake with me. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I did not expect that. I appreciate you. Dude, for real. If you're not subbed to him, which I'm sure you are, a lot of people in here, make sure you sub to my boy. His content's gold. All right. And if you're not subbed to me, why are you being a bitch right now? Because we're doing CAMELCAST at least 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm a believer. It was a choice. I've been doing a lot of things the same for years, and I wanted to do something different because I love these people. A lot of people I want to bring on. Flawed, of course, is going to be one of them. A lot of people I need to bring onto the stream. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited. Walter Dead the Men says, but are you using crow eggs in your fight milk so you can fight like a crow? God damn. I love how some people, there's one out of every once in a while, somebody gets the reference. It's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, by the way. Walter, I love you. I appreciate that, dude. Casey, I'm only gay for you guys. Thank you. Jay Louis says, only one pair of shoulders. Boo, boo, boo. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm subbed to Nick, but not you because I'm homophobic. You son of a bitch. All right. So, let me grab something. Does this work? I think this works. There might be hairs in it, but it's all good. We love you, Lord Zero. By the way, I gotta apologize to Lord Zero in the chat because I said if you were 4'4", if you're 5'4", you need to be thrown off a cliff. And he happens to be 5'4", so I apologize. Throw anybody off a cliff that's 5'4" except for Lord Zero. So I'm actually a son of a bitch. Don't you know I'm actually a son of a bitch, y'all? All right. Eggs. Why are my eggs over here? Hold on. Double fight milk. I don't know how you guys swindled me into double fight milk again. Richard is 4'6". Wow. Interesting. I'm so excited to see you next week, Richard. It's going to be great, baby. It's going to be great, my friend. I get to see you, hug your little head because you're little. Even the girls. No, I love little bitty girls. There's a girl at my gym right now that I've been talking to, and she is like 4'9", and she's just adorable. She's like 28, 4'9". You can throw her like a football. And she's kind of built like a gym girl. She's like it's like weird, like she's proportioned correctly. And she looks like a little gym girl, but she's so little. Brian says Fairlife's the best MGS story. Looking a lot like what's going on in the world. Real life, I mean. Senator Armstrong, anybody? Look at his most popular quotes. Snake, snake, snake. Thank you, my friend. I love you, Brian. Appreciate you, Brian. Oh, my God. Is that Ryan Newman? What's up, dude?
I'm almost back.
I'm almost back. So if you guys don't know, by the way, somebody share the link in the chat. Me and Nick are doing a live show in Vegas, February 26th. Tickets are for sale right now. The link's about to pop up. You can meet us, hang out with us. We're going to be drinking. We're going to be hanging out. We'll have a DJ. We should have a DJ. And we're going to be having a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. Make sure you're there. Okay. Make sure you get you a ticket. Don't miss out because it's going to be the once in a year event. So Soul Rebel says, get Nick to do a Solid Snake cosplay. He has the beard for it. You're naked. He's solid. That's a double win.
Wait, I gotta put my.
I'm naked. He's solid. Oh my God. Solid Snake. All right, boys. Here we go. Make sure, by the way, if you're not following on Rumble, make sure you follow on Rumble and hit that like button. Make it the biggest Rumble stream I've ever had. It probably is going to be. I've been looking at it. So make sure you guys do that. John P says, watched Rekieta for a long time and have never super chatted. I'm from the South and felt obligated for this stream. Here's to continue success. Wait a second. John P has watched Nick for a long time and super chatted me.
First super chats you. Get it.
Thank you. That's called loyalty. Thank you, John.
Beautiful.
I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, Ginger Snaps did like 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much. It doesn't pop up on my stream yard, but it's all good. It's all good. So,
okay, so I got my glass of milk. I got 2 of these fucking eggs.
oh my God, this is about to change the course of the.
And I'm really mad. I have a perfect vodka for this, and I cannot find it. I think it's in my bedroom, and I didn't want to go get it because I'm ashamed. It's 5 Husbands vodka. Someone gave it to me down at Matsuri, and it's 5 of the gayest motherfuckers ever on the label.
5 Husbands.
It's
like
what
5
called.
guys, burgers, and fries.
It's 5 Husbands vodka, and it's 5 these really fucking gay dudes, but I can't find it. I think it's in my bedroom, so I got this Alamo vodka instead.
Sounds great.
To top it off. God, this is gonna be gross.
Yeah, you got this. I believe in you. You've done some crazy shit in your life. Let's go. So I'm just go ahead and make mine. Usually I turn the music on, but I'm gonna just go ahead and make it first and foremost. Because I have to race the clock and I try to time it. But since you're here, we're gonna make the fight milk right now. So it's 2 eggs. I'm gonna do the eggs first. You already got your milk. I'm gonna do the eggs first for me. Luckily, oh my God, I gotta do 4. Fuck, I forgot. All right. So we're gonna crack these bitches right up in this.
4 eggs. Do you guys realize how expensive this shit is? 4 eggs?
Yeah, it's like
$38 now.
Yeah, I'm blowing my whole super chat budget on these eggs right now. All right.
Oh,
get in there, baby.
I hate this.
All right. I dropped a lot of eggshell on mine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's try to get that.
Extra protein for you.
Come here. Yeah, I got you, baby. You ain't going in there. You get out of there. Next one. This is number 3. Oh, it squirted on my stomach. God damn it. I don't like that feeling.
Now you know how she feels, Cody.
Oh, nah, dude. We always blow in that bitch. White girls are gross. They always want to be blown in. Like, girl, what is wrong with you?
What's wrong with that?
No, dude, I hooked up with Asians a lot, and they're like, make sure you pull out. And I'm like, yeah, of course. And white girls are like, just do it. Fill me up. I'm like, God damn, girl. Breed me. It's like,
hey,
okay.
That's hot as fuck. I don't care.
No,
I don't care what you say.
No, I agree. No, dude, trust me. I agree. I love it. I'm like, I love it.
Where did I just put that vodka?
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Now it's Fairlife, and then I'm gonna pour up some Sailor Jerry. Here we go.
You drink this all in like one sip?
Yep.
How are you?
Dude, Aaron Golden, there was a guy in my chat in 2019. He's like, dude, you should do fat milk. And that's what started it. And I never stopped. And then that one guy,
a little vodka. I don't know.
He was like, you've changed, bro. I'm like, I've always done this. All right, here we go. Where's my damn Sailor Jerry at? Oh, there it is.
You can see it down here. This is filthy as fuck. What is wrong with you?
All right, here we go. Here we go. So we're going to turn on some music, and I'm going to tell you when. We'll just swallow it. There we go.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do this.
All right. I break a little bit of my diet when I drink the Sailor Jerry, but it's worth it for the boys and the boys in the back.
The body is a temple. Camelot's body is a temple of doom.
All right, here we go. Here we are. All right, let's pull the music up. We're going to smash this bitch.
Vodka and milk is gross enough.
I always make the mistake of smelling it. All right. Turn on some BFG real quick, and then we're going to wait until the chorus starts smashing, and then we're going to...
I got an empty bag of chips here to vomit into if I need to.
All right, you got this. Just when you start feeling it, when you feel it start to win and start to take over, you show it who's boss, and you just put that.
I hate everything. I hate everything about you. I might cancel Vegas after this.
I'm not going to Vegas, man.
Somebody better buy a damn ticket to Vegas for this one.
Yeah, at least one. We got at least one ticket for the fight milk. Here we go. Let me see. Share screen. McGordon. There M's is.
If enough people buy tickets, I'm doing an open bar in Vegas.
And then there we go. All right. And then this will catapult the show. Here we go. Everybody get your locks up for Nick's fight milk. It's the only person that's ever done it with me on stream. Anna probably would have done it. She's weird. She'd put Mio in it instead of milk. All right.
Oh, God. Just eggs and Mio.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's gonna be loud.
I don't think she likes eggs. I don't know if she would.
Well, you could have
Is this Doom 2016 music?
Here we go.
Fuck yeah. This
when the Doom music kicks in. Here we go. So it's when the fucking guitar starts hamming. That's when we're gonna drop it. So it'll be about a minute from now. Everybody, I appreciate you guys joining the CAMELCAST, or the CAMELCAST 003 featuring Nick Rekieta. Doing the naked snake in his yarmulke looks great. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have more shows every other day, more guests. I doubt any will live up to this one, but we're gonna do it. It's time for naked snake, or sorry, fight milk. Countdown. Here we go. Here it comes. You got it, Nick? There we go.
It's a terrible plan.
5.
Put too much milk in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck was that? How did you do that?
Oh!
I got half of it to go and I just drank vodka milk.
Oh!
I have all my regrets. All of them. I haven't gotten to the egg yet. I looked at it.
You never look at it, man. It's like when she's fat. Just don't look at it.
How do you get the egg in your mouth?
Put it in there. Just go in. Just open your mouth all the way. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! There you go. Woo! Hell yeah. Nick's goated. It's been done. Does that lower the volume for everybody? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, because I wanted to be able to talk over it.
That was disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty proficient at it now. I can melt.
That was efficient as hell.
I can melt it in like 1 second. Like, whoo! God diggity damn, son. My whole body's like sweaty because of that. It does. It
So gross.
It gets me like all weird and sweaty because it's like so.
My mouth feels very filmy.
It does, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
See, you know. Legal Vasa says, I just have to stream snap this for a minute.
What's up,
dude?
Jeff?
Jeff's here. Appreciate it. I was supposed to go on his show the other day, or he asked me to, and I didn't see it until after his show happened. I was like, fuck.
I wish I had an alternative beverage down here that wasn't liquor right now.
If it's an open bar signature drink, it's not fight milk. I will be sad. If the open bar signature drink is not fight milk, oh my god, dude. Soul Rebel says Nick is a noob. We're the vets. Oh, he's a vet now. All it takes is one. This is for Mick Gordon. Got screwed over. He got screwed over by Bethesda, and he made just the best freaking soundtrack ever in history, dude. John P's we already got his. He super chats me instead of Nick for the first time. Awesome. So, oh damn, it's midnight. What the fuck happened? All right, well,
we got to get a flashcast eventually.
Yeah, dude. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and Nick on this illustrious, beautiful day. Probably a little bit different than people are used to, and probably different than Nick's used to. But make sure you guys go follow my boy Nick. He's goated as hell. He invited me onto his stream years ago, and we've been boys ever since. We're still working together at least once a week, twice this week.
Hell yeah!
So
and a whole shitload next week.
A whole dude, it's and off camera too. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be great, dude. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining. We're gonna have these shows all the time. I'm gonna try to do at least 2 a week, but the goal is 3 with different people. So if you know anybody that's interested, or you have any desires, just DM me or get them to DM me, vice versa, tag or whatever. we'll see if we can get it out. Need to get Jeff on too, and I of course need to get legal mindset on. That'd be fun. He'll do the fight milk for sure.
He's gonna use those bitch ass Korean eggs. They're like this big. They
Oh,
don't produce
yeah.
offspring.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like the stream on the way out. We're almost at 1,700, which is I think a record for me. That's the power of Nick. Everybody on Rumble, by the way, you guys are goated. I have your chat here the whole time. Iceman, Crazer, Cam Man, Jarvis, none your damn business. I appreciate you, dude. NPC, Tech Crisis, all my boys over there. Their LTD, I think, dropped almost all the Rumble rants. And Morsk as well. Mr. Scott as well. LP, Dirty T. Appreciate you guys over there on the Rumble. We'll be doing this a lot. So make sure you guys are following everybody. And make sure all of you I want everybody in the chat to spam just for a second some naked snake emojis or any emoji of your choosing for Nick to honor him for doing stuff that probably no one will ever do again on this stream. So
Cowards.
Cowards, all of them. Spam it in chat. I appreciate you guys. Get the hell on it. Diggity doggone. And it'll just end because I don't have an outro, so we're just gonna end.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you. And thanks again to Nick. Look at the emojis flying. They're flying, son. They're flying. Join the locals. Join Nick's locals. Join my locals mainly, of course, but join Nick's as well. Get on it, doggone it. Love you guys. Bye. Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys.